Hey now, what's up? Happy Sunday. You are now live tuned in to another episode of Uncensored Minds, episode 131, A Song from Mama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to all the members that are in the chat, all of the family that is checking in with us. Happy Mother's Day. We salute all the mothers out there far and wide. We appreciate you all. I hope that everyone has had a beautiful Mother's Day and got a chance to share in it with your loved ones. And we send prayers up to those who are enjoying this Mother's Day in honor of their mothers. If you have just lost your mother, etc., or if you have lost your mother in the past and you are honoring her memory, we shout out to all of those who are keeping their mothers in their memories. And we shout out to all the mothers that are doing it every single day. We salute you. We salute you. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a wonderful show lined up for you guys this evening. I'm so glad to see everybody checking in, and shout out to all the mamas in the chats. And what's up, gents? And all of the people that may be silent viewers, we appreciate you as well. Make sure to hit us up if you need any of the drip. We got you. The summer is fast approaching. Warm weather is fast approaching. So make sure you line up all your fresh new colors for the season. We surely got you. If you're not a member, make sure you hit one of us up to find out how you can become a member to tap into some of that Uncensored Minds exclusive content. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. We keep it coming to you fresh and live every single week. So make sure if you're not a member, go, run. Get that membership. If you are a member, mention it to a friend. Tell them, come on over, join us for that exclusive content. We're going to keep it coming and keeping it fresh. Shout out to everybody. Mr. Nell, what is good, sir?
What's popping? Good evening, people. Good evening, ladies. How y'all doing? To all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Come to another episode of Uncensored Minds. This is episode 131. We checking right along. Before we go and get into the meat and potatoes of the show, just as East so eloquently put it, be if your mom is here, if she's not, but more importantly, to those that have to go through this day without the presence of their mother, our prayers are with you. As we talked about on the last show, one of our faithful viewers, one of our top fans, Crystal Stewart, lost her mother, a week before Mother's Day, and you know, just knowing what a mother means to all of us, but again, and more importantly, that having to go through this day without her has to be touching. So let's put our prayers out there for one of our very own, and any and everyone else out there that has lost a parent, especially a mother. Our prayers and condolences are with you as well as you navigate through today and every day without her. So we're gonna get into it. Tonight is three of us, and that three is me, Ish, T. We're gonna get right in. We're gonna go right into episode 131, and we're gonna make this show legendary as we always do. So Ish, we gotta ice. We gotta break the ice. Gotta break
Mm-hmm.
the ice. And what icebreaker question has to do with Mama. This episode is titled "A Song for Mama." So, what does your mother mean to you? And what has she taught you?
Mm. So yeah, I mean, my mom means the world to me. She is everything to me. She is the backbone and the matriarch of our family. And without her, there wouldn't be an us. So she means everything. She has taught me so much ever since I can remember, since I was a little one. You know what I mean? She's taught me everything that I know. But the one thing, if I can say the one thing that she has taught me, and this has been, I would say, in the last 10 years, is the true meaning and definition of uh, endurance and perseverance. And this is not just in everyday life, this is just in her battle. And I think that I have learned just by watching her over these last 10 years, I have learned that there is nothing that I can't do, nothing that I can't get through, nothing that I can't overcome. And I thank her for allowing me the opportunity to learn from her and to pull from her strength, even when she is weak. So, um, if anything, she has taught me has been that. So I am very grateful.
Grateful.
Mhm.
Um, I ain't too big on the days, because I like to, memorialize these people every day, just because they mean something to us. But my mother is my everything. She is the reason why I'm who I am today. I get my strength, my toughness, my resolve, my compassion, um, my cocky, my moxie, everything from my mother. I had the opportunity to have, with her on this earth, 42 years of her guidance, um, and it has been monumental. It's not a day that goes by that I don't, um, put my mother to the forefront of my day, because I want to make sure everything that I'm doing is making her proud. Um, as I get older, um, as I get older, I understand more and more each day the importance of her. And that's not to say I didn't understand it throughout life, but as you get older and you see individuals losing their mothers or not having their mothers, or the stories that we hear about, different life's perils, and to have this woman right next to me, a phone call away, a visit away, is, truly a blessing. Um, Again, a lot of the things that I do is a direct representation of the love that I have for her, because I don't want to let her down. I want to be the best that I can be, not only for myself, but also, carrying her legacy on along with me, because I am attached to her legacy. You know what I mean? She gave birth to me and put me on this path of greatness, and not only the only thing that I can do is, not only fulfill her wishes, but overly exceed her expectations of what she had for my life, and the reason why she gave me life. So,
Absolutely.
that's why my mother is who she is and what she's meant to me. What has she taught me? She just has taught me to be the best version of myself and always never give up, never allow anybody to dictate and tell you what you are and what you're not. Um, Pick yourself up. Don't waddle too long down there on that ground, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get stepped on if you do. Um, Take every day as a lesson. Take the day before as a lesson to be better the day after. She has taught me a number of different things that has made me the person I am today. Never allowing myself to succumb to, the weaknesses of this world. Yes, we face challenges each and every day, but when you're built tough, you always see through those tough times, and that's not just my mother, but that's what she's instilled through me, through God. So thank you, Mama. I appreciate you and I love you.
Salute.
Let's get into some of these comments and things, though, because I know everybody is extremely and proud and happy of their mother as well. Um, You know what I mean? We got the guy the guy in the audience. He said, "Shout outs to all the mothers. We appreciate you pushing these big heads out.
Mhm.
Head big hurt. I know that motherfucker hurt right there. Shout outs to all the mothers that gave birth to us. We appreciate that, sacrificed their bodies. You know what I mean? Went through labor and tough times. Just to bring our badasses and hard headed asses into this world. Thank you.
Facts. Facts.
What else you got to say about your mama?
Well, I am paying homage to my mother. Ishi is my nickname, so I wanted to put that up. That's what she calls me so endearingly. So, shout out to my mom, sending her love and light.
So we've been playing this little game about bus driver. I've been a bus driver for the past week now. I think I
Mhm.
follow your lead, and I'm gonna honor mom. I'm gonna honor. I'm gonna go with today's name, what my mother calls me, and she calls me this to this day. Some people know, some people don't know. So this is the name my mother calls me. My mother calls me Dino. You know, who Dino is the dog from the from the Flintstones. So my
Mhm.
mama calls me Dino. So
Oh, I love that. Hey Dino, that is what I'm calling you from now on. Matter of fact, I'm changing that shit on my phone right now.
yeah, man. You know what? You know what? As I'm 42 years old, and I don't even get upset when I get called that. There's only two people, honestly, two people in the world who really truly call me that. My mother and my little sister.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? I got other names. You got street names, names that your homies gave you and the streets gave you. But you know what I mean? When I hear somebody call me Dino, I know they've heard me talk about how my mother has given me that name, and I know it's coming
Mhm.
from a loving place. So
Yes.
if y'all call me Dino, then I know y'all love me.
Yes. It's so endearing. So endearing.
Absolutely.
You gotta love it when the moms give you the nicknames. You it just sticks with you forever. Like it just touches your heart every time you hear it. So
we're gonna get right into and the next topic that we're gonna get into is again about the moms. Mom, we celebrating moms this evening. We definitely celebrating moms. And what's your best mom is crazy story?
hmm,
What's your best
listen,
crazy story?
I thought about this all day and I had to decipher
Hmm.
which crazy story was the best or which one was good to tell. And I had to think back and reflect back about, some statute of limitations and shit to possibly, come back to bite her in the butt. Like, I had to think about like, how
Hmm.
to appropriately express this story. But no, just teasing. I think I honestly can remember I had to be like maybe 4 or 5, and if anybody knows me and knows that as a child, I hated vegetables, like fucking hated them. But my mom, she loved zucchini. It was her favorite. She used to saute it up, onions, peppers, all of that. And I can remember her putting a big pile of zucchini on my plate.
Okay.
And I further remember
Hmm.
not wanting to eat that shit.
All right.
Okay. It was the smell. It made me want to vomit.
Fuck with me.
Mom said, I don't give a fuck what you like. You're gonna eat this here good vegetables, these good vegetables that I made you for the sustenance of your body. And if you don't, that's an ass whooping for you.
Ass
So
whooping.
ass whooping. So she allowed me some time to sit at the table and finish that. But when it became too long, the ass whooping came forth.
Ass
And it was from that point on, that was one of the most memorable ass whoopings that I've ever gotten. And from that point on, I realized that the next, say, 16, 17 years wasn't going to be easy.
Mm-mm.
Wasn't going to be easy. I
Nice.
just knew that I was dealing with a crazy lady. But no.
I got a lot of stories, and I got two memorable stories.
Mhm.
One was when I was a young boy. You know, I'm a boy in a house with two women and my little sister and my dad. So let's say my dad wasn't home, and I remember one dad did something and I must have got snippy with it. And you know what I mean, just like any black mother, she called, "Who you talking to?" The next thing I know, I was floating down the steps, tumbling, ran right smack into the radiator,
Oh my.
crying. The first thing out her mouth, she didn't say, "Is you cool?" or nothing. Want me to give you something to cry about? I said, "You just did. Get your ass up. Get your ass up and go clean that kitchen."
Right.
Got my ass right on up and went clean that kitchen.
Right. Right.
But it's those things right there that is the reason why I'm so tough, right?
Hmm.
Reason why I'm also disciplined. I'm also cognizant of the things that I do and say, because it's those life lessons right there that was instilled in me, that you can't disrespect your elders. You just can't disrespect nobody, and it's consequences that come with them, especially your mother, your father, your parents, right? And then there was another story where this is not crazy, it's just real life facts, and her being a woman. her being my provider, my protector, and you know what I mean, my source of love. I had a little job. I was like, couldn't tell me none. I had a little job, little car. I probably was like 19, 20, right? And I would go work. I would go cash my little check, fuck it up, on clothes, sneaks. You know, I love to shop. And one day, I went to go to my job, pick my check up so I can go cash it, and I wound up breaking down on 95, right? So first thing you do, who the first person you call when you're in the jam?
Mama.
Your mom.
Mama. Mm-hmm.
So it, she couldn't get out to where I got out to, but we called the tow truck. So a tow truck came, towed me from South Philly back to Southwest, and the boy was like 144. So when he dropped the car like 144, I'm looking like I ain't got 144. I got my check in my pocket, right? So went in the house, she cashed me out or whatever, gave me the cash or whatever my check was. Boom, paid dog. This was a Friday night, so I still wanted to go out. Like, right? So I went in her room maybe an hour later. I was like, yo, can I get some money? I want to go out. Right? So she's like, give me a minute. All right, I left out, just continue getting ready. I came back, like, so she called me back in the room. She was like, let me tell you something. She was like, I don't have no problem giving you anything. Right? But I also want you to understand that you a man. The man it comes with responsibility. As a man, there comes with responsibilities being a man. One, you should always have money in your pocket for situations like this. You'll never want to be out in a situation to where you don't have no money that you can't get yourself from point A to point B. Secondly, you want to go out. So you want to go out and you want to do things. You need money to do that. You might be wanting to go out with a little girl or take somebody, a little girl out. You gotta have money for that, because don't no woman want no broke man. And that shit resonated with me for the rest of my life. So think, I'm 18, 19, possibly 20 when she told me that. I'm 42 now, and that has stuck with me. So why people ask me now, why you work so hard? Because I don't ever want to be put in a situation where I ain't got it, where I can't cover what I need to cover for myself. I don't
Right.
be a situation where me as a man can't take care of my responsibilities or to take care of something that is involving me. Don't no woman want no broke man. She told me firsthand. She not gonna lie to me. That's my mother. She gave birth to me. So when I hear her tell me that, it hit harder than another woman who tells me that who's not invested in me. That just stuck. So a lot of people always say, why you work so hard? Why you go so hard? Why you don't take time off? Is because I'm trying to set myself up for a situation that if I ever not never have it, I have, if it gets taken away from me, I got it, or I could put myself in a position to get it again. And that's the valuable lessons that mothers instill in us as children.
Yep.
And that's who we are growing up. People always say, I'm trying to figure you out. The best way to figure me out is to look at my mom. I'm a product of that, right? I'm a product of her more or less than anybody else. Father, anybody else. I'm a product of my mom, because my mom is the one who has instilled those loving qualities that men love on my children or love on my spouse. My dad gave me the strength and the moxie to go out here and be a man. And tough, where she gave me the love and compassion to be who I am today. Yeah, we got some stories though. I could tell y'all some stories. Some stories. That's why I know a lot of us older, mature folks that's in their 40s on up, like, it's times are so different now than they were when we was coming up. We wasn't talking to parents. We would dare talk back. We dare would not disrespect. We dare not walk out here half dressed. We dare not do the things that these kids is doing days and want to live. Or want lips to be intact and not swolled up because they don't punch us in our mouth or told us to get out. Like, if they would have told me, if I always look like this too, as I look back, and another reason why how I am and go so hard is, what happens if my parents would have told me to get out, especially my mother, because moms is a little different than dads, right?
Yeah.
I would have would have stood with my dad and said, "Get out! It's time to go. You a grown man now. You got to go." Even though I left home at 22 years old after I graduated college and everything like that, what if she would have said, "Get out"? Before then, I had nowhere to go.
Right.
What would I have been? What would I done? Would I have
Mm-hmm.
the streets? Would I be dead? Would I be in jail? So
Right.
I take all those lessons and I utilize them to this day
Mm-hmm.
and instill them in the kind of conversations that I be having with y'all. It seems as aggressive. It's not aggressive. Aggression is passion.
Passion.
For what
Right.
what I've dealt with and what I know. It
Mm-hmm.
worked for them. It worked
Mm-hmm.
bringing up this man,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
successful man, loving man, caring man, loyal man. So if it worked here, you think I'm not going to pass on those blessings that I've been bestowed upon me from her and him?
Facts.
You think?
Facts. But I mean, you know, a lot of times too now, like when we're in it and when we're operating in it, especially as kids, we don't see it. We don't see it until it comes time to really put those values that they've instilled in us into effect in our adult lives until we, you know, maneuver around the adult world and we like, shit,
Fuck is going
this is what mom was saying, this is what dad was saying, this is what they were trying to instill in us, you know what I mean, so that we could be prepared, and we were prepared, you know what I mean, no
on?
matter what comes.
Who knew, right? I
Who
said,
knew?
who knew the reason why our parents told us to keep our rooms clean? One, because they wanted us to keep their investment, what they invest their money into, their home, their palace, their temple clean, right? They work
Right.
hard. They wanted it.
Yeah.
But those values, what we don't know when we coming up is those values. They're instilling values in us. When we get our own shit, we respect it. You
Facts.
know, I do
Fact.
not play that shit now. I
Yeah.
keep my room clean. I'm like, why? You know, I gotta live in here. But as an adult, when I got into
Yeah.
my first move into my own spot, I'm so bougie. People might think I'm bougie. I hired a maid.
Mm-hmm.
I hired a maid to come in this motherfucking clean up. I said I will not
Not.
live in no dirt.
Yes.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I won't live in filth and squalor. I work too hard for that. My shit is too.
Facts.
My shit is cost a little bit of money. I want to protect. I want to take care of what's mine, basically, not
Mm-hmm.
low, but I want to take care of what's mine, and that's why to this day I am who I am. I keep my
Mm-hmm.
cars the way my cars, my homes the way I keep my homes. Even my
Mm-hmm.
body. Nobody can come in my house and sit on my bed with their street clothes on. I be done lost my damn mind.
Lost. I know. I
Y'all see
know.
me get on this damn show. You think in person? I'm in my house and sit on my bed. I'm gonna kill you. But you think
Right, right. But it'd be those small things. It'd be those extremely small things that you don't see until you get older. Like, man, this just set the precedence for my life. And I
facts.
didn't even know it at the time. You know, at the time it was, mom always got something to say. Oh man, I can't deal. And then here you go. You
So
know, you're an adult.
we would be remiss that we didn't read some of the comments of the fans out there or the people out there, not the fans, the people, because they want to celebrate their moms too. So,
Absolutely.
Angela says the craziest moment is when she beat this lady up and down the sidewalk that called herself trying to steal my dad. Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
I
She
mean,
wasn't playing by hers.
Janine said my mother was the glue to both sides of the family. She organized the family trips and dinners. She didn't want nobody cooking. She did it all. My mother was the best, and I'm
Oh,
barely. Shout outs to you and your mom.
yeah.
Sarah said, I remember my mom telling the cops that if I make her mad, she would kick my ass on the judge's lap, and then cops went about their business. Mama wasn't playing.
Yeah, mama wasn't playing, Sarah. I know that's right.
Hey,
Listen,
I'm fuck.
listen.
She want to play with me. I'm gonna fuck up, and I dare you to say anything.
Period.
But look how Sarah's turned. Look what Sarah's turned into an amazing
Right.
woman who has amazing children, who as a part of society is doing positive things. It's not a fluke. It's not a fluke. You need that kind of love. You need that type of guidance. You need that type of discipline because it makes strong character kids like Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
right? Lady B said, my mother told me that in order to be an adult and have habits, you must be able to provide for your habits. That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's a beautiful lesson right there. That's it reminds me again of what my mother told me. You want it, you gotta go get it, brother. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. And I even live my life to that. Like, people who know me ask me every year, what do you want for Christmas? Right? I really can't be telling people, oh, just get me a little gift card or whatever the case. You know why? Because I can't expect for somebody to support my habits the way I support my habits. I got
Right.
extreme habits.
Yeah.
I got crazy habits. And I can't put that on somebody else. So in order for me to continue my habits, I gotta go out there and make my habits come to me the way I wanted to. So again, thanks, Mom. Cynthia said, mine was sort of like Ish, the veggies, but I was cool. Every time I took a bite, I would wipe my mouth only to spit the food in a napkin and put it in my pocket. My mom didn't take long to catch on. I better eat them vegetables.
Listen,
I better eat them.
listen. At least Cynthia tried it. I just sat there and stared at it like, listen, I ain't fucking with it. I'm sorry, Mom. You just going to whoop my ass.
Exactly. So you see these type of topics energize us because we have nothing but positive images when we speak of our mother. You know what I mean? You know, we speak of someone who has been there as a motherly figure, because we all know that not everybody had the luxuries of enjoying their biological parent. Not everybody got the opportunity to experience their mother for long periods of time, but the memories that they do have of their mother are great and fond. And this show is going to highlight that tonight. We're going to gloat over our mothers several different thousand times over the night. We're going to bring back some more stories and we're going to have a great time. So sit back and relax because episode 131 is coming right at you. You know what I mean? Is you ready?
I'm ready.
You
I'm
ready to get
ready.
to this? I think you should show
Yes.
something though. I think you need to show the people what the merchandise look like.
Oh, yeah. Let's have it. So I have on one of the original tees,
Original.
the original Uncensored Minds tee. Um, we got all kinds of goodies, and I know the mastermind, the boss, is probably brewing up something else as we speak. So, if you don't have the original tee or any of the brands, the UN brands, dresses, tees, tanks, you name it, we can do it. Make sure you get your new merch.
Also, too, top fan memberships are available. You don't want to not keep you own on. I can't even talk. I can't. I'm so excited. You don't want to miss this
Nope.
next episode that is coming out under the exclusive membership access area. It's crazy. We had a time this Thursday. When I tell y'all we had a time, we had a time. It was amazing. We actually stepped out of ourselves and took it to the streets. So we got some of the people that y'all see every Sunday in the comment section. We got them right here. Y'all want to make sure you catch a new episode tomorrow, dropping tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. So if you don't got your top fan membership,
Get it.
all of the whole access areas is crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yes, get it.
Like I'm gonna give y'all a little hint, a little secret. I was not supposed to tell y'all this right now, but the next top fan member access video, not this one that y'all gonna see tomorrow, but the next one, I gotta create an OnlyFans. Is that
Oh shit. Now here you go. What's your shit?
is that X-rated?
Well,
Nell,
I know your shit gonna pop. Let me
Nell
just say
skin and
that.
baby oil. That's all I'm gonna say. Nell skin and baby oil. That's all I'm gonna say. And he ain't oiling up the feet.
Oh my god. Wait, listen, you need a
He ain't
manager.
oiling
You
up the
need
feet.
you need a manager. You need a manager. I'm available to manage. I'm available to manage.
So if y'all ain't got your membership access, y'all can't see what I'm going to do. Baby oil,
Listen.
skin, and Nell. It's
Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. I, I love it. They gonna love it too now. I'm telling you, I'm a manager. Make sure that shit
I'm
is
getting this
off
body
the
right
chain.
under here for no reason. As you can see, I'm
I'm telling
chilling up and getting.
I cannot. I cannot. Episode 131. Make sure to like and share the video, guys. We
Mm.
truly, truly, truly appreciate you. Now, what's up next on the
Let's get right
agenda?
into it. The judge has denied a new trial for Tory Lanez.
Wait. We
Huh?
missed one.
We
We
missed
missed one.
what?
Yes. Your who is your mama like
Who is your mama like?
on the TV or the movies, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wanted to break it up a little bit.
Oh, well, my bad.
I wanted to break it up a little bit.
I was ready. That's why.
I wanted to break it up a little bit. So we're gonna get into that. I know Ish,
I'm
you
hyped because I love my mama. Everybody know.
super hype. So let's talk about Tory Lanez for a quick second, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you were our legalologist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our resident legalogist. So Tory Lanez has been denied a new trial. He is now facing 10 to 15 years in prison. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right. So, guys, as you know, Tory Lanez was found guilty on the assault of Megan the Stallion. And he is awaiting sentencing. However, sometimes prior to sentencing, there are certain motions that you can place in before the court, the actual court that you are found guilty in. Sometimes it's in different states, it's called different things. Sometimes it's called motion to reconsideration, motion to reconsider. Uh, motion to reconsider sentence. I want to say reconsideration. Motion to reconsider sentence, or sometimes it's just an actual notice of an appeal. So basically, they wanted to reconsider some things. A motion was placed in before the judge. They stated that some evidence was not rightfully brought into the trial, which could have determined a different outcome. And also, some arguments were made that the attorney that actually tried the case didn't have enough time to prepare, as the initial attorney kind of, got out of the case, and then they had to hurry and rush and place another attorney in. So there were two arguments: evidence and also the attorney not being fully prepared. The judge denied all arguments of Tory Lanez's legal team and just basically said, I nope, I don't find in your favor. And I don't think that any of those things would have made any difference whatsoever based upon the evidence that was laid out before me. And therefore, you have to then appeal to the higher court. So it looks like Tory will be going to sentencing, getting sentenced. And again, as Nell stated, he could be facing 10 to 15 years and possible extradition out of the United States, deportation, excuse me, not extradition, deportation back to Canada, and having all of his rights stripped to the United States, access and entrance. So yeah, Tory's up shit's creek, because honestly, if anybody knows, when you appeal to the higher court, to the superior court, and then if you lose at the superior court stage, you can go to the Supreme Court. Anybody knows our Supreme Court panel is pretty fucking tough. So he may very well not have any relief or get any relief at the superior court level, or the Supreme Court level. Even if he goes to the federal level, it's possible that he will not get any relief. So whatever his sentence that is handed down, there has not been a sentencing date yet. Whatever sentence is handed down, he may very well be serving all of that time. So
Wow.
it's kind of fucked up.
As the Megan and Tory turns, it is getting very interesting. As you can see in this case right here, money means nothing. We all know, and we always think, oh, he's a celebrity, they're a celebrity, they got money, they'll buy their way out of this case. It seemed like, and that's not the case, because as he still sits in jail, awaiting trial. So prayers go out to everybody that was involved in that situation, that it resolves itself the best and justice is served. If it's true that what he did is what he did, and face the consequences of that. Thanks, Ish, for giving us the rundown, lowdown on that case and what it's panning out to be. Let's get right into the next thing, right? And what we talked about before is Ish so hyped to talk about it. So we're just gonna let Ish tell us who her mother is. What
hype about my mama? You heard me.
Best represents how your mom acts or behaves. So what TV or movie mom best represent how your mom acts and or behaves?
Mm.
What would you say, Ish?
Listen, I'm going to say Jennifer Lewis. I had to think about this. And Jennifer Lewis,
Okay.
okay, is the depiction. And no matter what she plays in, I feel like all across the board, she is that mom that teaches but has a firm hand. She doesn't bite her tongue. She definitely is giving you all the neck action. She definitely giving you all that work, okay? But she is on your side. She is riding for you. Um and she is holding it down. So I'm going to have to say Jennifer Lewis is who my mom best represents. And I love her. Who doesn't love Jennifer Lewis? So, you got to love even though she might get on your nerves a little bit. Got to
Very
love her.
Lois.
Yes.
Her last, what was her last role? Blackish, as the mother.
Yes.
Her,
Yeah.
her last TV role was Blackish. Shout out to Jennifer Lewis for always
Mhm.
a strong black representation of
Mhm.
what a woman is in our culture, right?
Yeah.
The woman who best describes my mother is I'm gonna get somebody who is always mentioned. I'm gonna say Claire Huxtable, and for a lot of different reasons. Claire was the glue to holding that home together. She was love, but she always was tough with her kids and taught them lessons. Two, she was a working woman. She wasn't just one of those women, as we seen one of the first women on TV to hold down a career, be a mom, be a wife, be everything, and
Mhm.
still be amazing. So that's why I'm gonna say Claire Huxtable. Everybody loves Claire. She's everybody's TV mom. She even her role is even as strong as it is in Creed, all the Creeds as the mom to
Mhm.
young Creed. But yeah, when I think of a TV mom or a movie mom, I think of her.
Yeah.
Again, instilling those tough lessons, giving us tough love, but also there to wipe our tears when we came and we hurt because we didn't want to listen.
Mhm.
He's there to
Mhm.
comfort us, but also teach us that that's why I told you why you shouldn't have done that like that. And
Right.
I mean, this is
Absolutely.
so.
Yeah, and I think we can actually our mind can go to a lot of different moms that we have seen over the years that we have indulged in growing up, and we could say, "Oh my God, that's the epitome of a mother." And you could see favor in all of them actually, you know what I mean, from your own mother, you know what I mean? So, let's go to the comments. Is anybody talking about
Well, we
any
got one.
mamas?
Angela says Florida Evans, caring but very stern when need to be.
Mhm.
Florida Evans, we all know who she was from. What's the John with
Oh,
alone attack John.
why can't I fucking remember it right now?
I don't fuck. It's probably
Good times. Good times. Good times.
damn. I always
That is not for lack of not caring or knowing that it just was a moment of brief. We couldn't figure it out. But yes, good times.
good
Good
times.
times.
No,
Good times.
that's
Yes.
definitely good. Definitely.
Absolutely. Good times was
Marilyn,
my shit.
Marilyn said mom was Claire Huxtable. She was very classy and taught her daughters how to be classy. She didn't play about her children. Always made you understand why something you did was wrong or right. Claire Huxtable,
Mhm.
another notch for Claire Huxtable.
Absolutely.
Um, Janine said my mom was a little bit of all of them. It was a lesson every day. She was a school teacher.
Mhm.
And also all the school teachers out there, not only being mothers, but also being role models and figures to us as we are going to school and being loving, caring people.
Mhm.
We need teachers.
Yeah,
Tara
absolutely.
said, "Mom is a combo of Claire and Florida. My mom was a hardworking woman who was definitely the glue. She didn't
Mhm.
put no crap, no
Yeah.
crap, no crap."
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think too, like just piggybacking off of Tara's comment, I think, that those type of things that were instilled in us from our mothers, you know what I mean, helped us actually try to instill that in our children as well. So, how we raised them was just, a moniker of how we were raised.
Mhm.
And I just think that is just such a beautiful thing when you think about it in context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's generational heritage, honestly, and just how we were raised, and instilling that in our children as well. So, shout outs to all the moms out there that raised all these amazing, amazing beings on the planet.
What y'all should do right now? Your mom is still here. Y'all should cash app y'all mama $100. Just cash app her. It don't matter if y'all got it
Right.
today. Just be like, mom, or extra $100. I just had it laying around. So, mom, this is for you. All right,
How about Lynette?
mom.
Like, yo,
Uh,
listen. Okay, listen, baller. Wait a minute. Hold up.
what?
I ain't your mama, but
Huh?
look, I ain't your mama,
This is what
but
she instilled. Don't go broke, lady. Don't
don't
want
go
no broke
broke.
man.
Right. Facts. How about Lynette? This is an amazing one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My mom is the epitome of Rochelle from Everybody's Hate Chris. That's what's up. As we all know, Rochelle was the glue to the home. She had to deal with them badass kids, them doing something, her husband always doing something, just everybody doing something, but also being that stern but yet loving mother. Shout outs to Rochelle and shout outs to you, Lynette, for having a real good mom over there. Shout outs to everybody over there and your family. Um, Tara said, and this until this day, she still doesn't, and she instills that hardworking mentality in my daughter. Nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
we could talk all day about our parents. Not our
Mm-hmm.
parents, our mothers. We could talk about our
Mm-hmm.
parents all day long, but especially our moms. You know, we always have so many glowing stories, and it's a shame that Mother's Day is only celebrated once a year. It should be every day. We should be loving on our mothers every day, and I'm sure y'all are. Don't wait till it's too late. And I hear so many people saying that. Wait till it's too late to tell your mother you love her. Don't wait till it's too late to the point where you don't have her here no more.
Mm-hmm.
Invade her space because those memories that you make will be those memories that get you through the hard times when she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even when she get on your nerves with a crazy phone call or just this and that, just brush it off and just be like, "That's mom," and it is what it is. And that's what I had to find myself doing. You know what I mean? As I get to be an adult, I don't have time for certain shit. You know what I mean? Personalities or this, that, and the third. But I
Right.
always remain humble. I always
Mm-hmm.
remain humble when it comes to her because I'm like, at the end of the day, it don't matter how old I am. She still sees me as her son. I'm always gonna be her son. I'm always her
Right.
little boy. And to me, I'm a grown ass man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of kids. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I always remain cognizant of that's still my mother, no matter how
Right.
be 60 years old with a cane, gray hair, all in my beard.
Mm-hmm.
That's still gonna be my mom, and I gotta respect it at all times. So I love my mama. Again, I'm gonna say this 1,000 times over the night. I love you, mom. I love
Yes.
you.
Hello.
Marilyn said this topic is triggering. Tears. I can't do it. Be right back. Again, this is why these shows happen, and these is why we say to you, love on your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Facts.
because those memories are so overwhelming when they're not here. You can't pick up the phone and call them.
Mm-hmm.
I respect y'all, mom. I be seeing some of y'all talking to your moms crazy. I be seeing how y'all be putting niggas in front of y'all mothers.
Hmm.
Seeing how y'all be putting broads in front of y'all mothers. At the end of the day, your mom is your mom. Don't disrespect it.
Facts.
What we doing? It's three.
What's up?
It's
It's
just three
three
of
of
us,
us.
huh?
What's up?
1, 2, 3.
Who is here? The prophet or the shit starter?
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I don't.
I'm just
It's the prophet,
interested to
man.
know. It's the prophet? Okay.
Yeah, it's the prophet
It's
today,
the
man.
prophet.
How's everybody
Okay.
doing? First and foremost, happy Mother's Day, Ish.
Thank you very much.
Hold
I
up.
Um,
appreciate it.
Can you wish me a happy Mother's Day?
no,
Wait,
Exactly.
you a mother?
No, no, no. Exactly. Ladies, stop saying on Father's Day, Happy Father's Day to y'all. Mother's Day is y'all day. I get it. Y'all taking care of y'all responsibilities on every 365 days. We get it. And we're not trying to be slightful and crazy right now because it's all about y'all. But y'all got y'all day. This y'all day. And it sounds weird for me to ask something like, can I get asked Happy Mother's Day? And I ain't a mother, I'm a father. So let y'all have y'all Mother's Day and let the fathers have their Father's Day. But that's it from me.
Thanks. Thank you, T.
Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies in the chat as well. I want to start off by saying welcome to Uncensored Minds, people. This is a conversation. This is not the this is not the coddle cast or the pandering cast or none of these of that nature. This is Uncensored Minds, where we're here to have honest conversations.
Oh,
So,
for real?
Yeah,
Not for real.
We here to have honest conversations, man. It's not Good Morning America, as you know. I like to say, this is not Good Morning America. We're here to be candid, and I know we talk a lot, about gender wars, but we have to have these honest conversations to move forward and to find a medium compromise.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say thank you to both my co-hosts for the determination and the effort that y'all put into creating this show. And that's what it is, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get to work, man. Let's get to work. Let's be great. Where are we?
All right, so we right here with Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods did a thing a couple of weeks ago. Tiger Woods was trying to save himself from something. And you know what Tiger Woods did? Tiger Woods used his lawyers and a fake vacation idea to break up with his now ex-girlfriend.
Listen, no.
Yo, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life, man.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew
this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. Shout out to you, Tiger Woods. So, ladies, I just want to say that sometimes these kind of things occur because it's not easy for a man to just say, "Yo, it's over," because he might get stabbed, or she might break out his window. She might not want to leave. All these things of this nature. So he created this whole scenario where he told his lawyer, "Look, I want to break up with this chick. She don't want to get out my crib, X, Y, and Z." So he created a scenario where they told her they were going on a vacation. So a vacation, for y'all that don't know, is when you go with a partner / spouse, mate, or whatever you want to call it. Y'all go on vacation. So they told her that they were going on a vacation in order for her to pack a little bit of her shit and go to the airport, get her out the house, and where the lawyer met with her and told her, "Look, this isn't working for him. He wants to end this relationship. Here's X, Y, and Z for you to go on about your business."
I see no problem with it.
What's the problem, Ish? What's the problem is?
So listen, let me just say this. And I'm gonna get this out as respectfully as I fucking can.
Don't be respectful.
Listen, I get it. I get that we want to keep the temperatures down. I get that we want to keep the drama down. I get all of that. But this reeks business arrangement to me.
Right.
It doesn't reek an ounce of love, which to me is problematic because I feel like
maybe that's what it was, though. Ish, maybe to him it was a business arrangement.
Right. And I feel like from her standpoint, it wasn't. Right. It was love. Like we don't know who this chick is. We don't know what her intentions was. We don't know the type of woman that she was in this relationship, right? But I mean, I can only assume that women being the emotional creatures that we are, right? That she was attached to him in a loving manner. The way that he did it was more or less of a business arrangement that he wanted to terminate, right?
All right, let's stay right there, Ish. So even if it is a loving manner, and I feel like you're emotionally crazy, and you might snap out on me, you might not want to leave. You might want to, get in your crying / cursing me out / I'm not fucking leaving / X, Y, and Z. What's wrong with, how he did that? Even if this was a loving thing.
Facts, right? I get it. Absolutely. I get it. I don't disagree with it. I understand it. But like, you could have had your attorney, like you could have, even if you wanted to make up this whole big farce of we're going out, we're going on a vacation or whatever the case may be, he actually picked her up, or however, they actually left together to go to the airport. He said, wait a minute, I'll be right back. And the lawyer stood there and delivered the message. You could have fucking delivered the message, right? You could have delivered the message in the presence of others, even if it was in the airport. You could have done it yourself, is what I'm basically saying. Like, the lawyer could have been there as an in-between.
The lawyer not going to stop you from swinging on me, Ish.
Fuck it. Then you take it. Like, listen, you fucking take it.
Now we gotta take swing.
Yeah, take it. No, I'm just joking.
The reason
but that would have been more human. Like, that would have been more relationship. Like, that would have been more loving. Like, regardless to if it's insanity or not, to sever it in a business manner was just kind of cold, in my opinion.
Wow.
Well, maybe she was, and I get it.
I learned something new about you today. You toxic. You swinging on
me?
You swinging on niggas.
Listen, no, because I feel like if we've had a relationship for X amount of years, don't fucking do that to me.
Right,
like, just give me the courtesy of it to my face and not through another party. If I'm violent,
what if I know you?
Then you have people there as witnesses. You could do it out in the open or whatever the case may be. Say it to my face. I've been fucking you for the last 5 years.
Ish, I gotta protect my personal space.
Ish, don't talk.
Protect your personal space.
Ish, let's not think like a scorned woman right now.
No, it's not a matter of being a scorned woman. It was cold. It was cold.
You got a son. What happens if your son is dating a crazy chick?
I get it, but maybe she wasn't crazy.
No, but you tell your son, do it the right way.
Right.
He say, Mom, all right, I'm gonna do it like this. He's only protecting himself from further harm. How have we seen this before from Tiger Woods, where he broke up or he had an affair that was leaked and he had it spiraled out of control? This man got kids now that's of age that understands who their dad is.
Right.
This man had to protect himself and his brand, which is him. Right. So if he knows the capabilities of what this woman is, why not handle it maturely and say, this is how it's going to be handled? I'm removing myself from the equation so I don't have to worry about cameras now invading our personal space with you're acting out in the airport or you're acting out on the front lawn of my house, and now TMZ is all over my place and I can't, and I got to explain to my kids why this is the case. And now their mother is trying to take custody of them, whatever custody I got, away from them, because they're saying being with their father is messy. Right? He's protecting his brand, which is him. So if that means you break up at the airport by my lawyer because I'm trying to save my sanity, my image, and myself, see you. Because far too often do we us Uncensored Minds report on this show, another black man has come to domestic violence allegations. Another one of our superstars who we loved and relished has now committed an act of domestic violence or has been caught up with allegations that they can't shake, that's going to follow them for the rest of their life. So if I found a way to use the system the same way that people that claim they are victims use the system, I'm going to do it. And if it looks weird, it's because the behaviors of the other person is matching that weird.
Right.
Because you telling me I'm supposed to take a punch to the mouth.
But hold on now. Because we don't know her, her past behavior. So she could be a perfectly calm person, but you don't know how somebody's going to react when you give them this kind of news.
But you know what I do?
I get it.
What we learned from this situation is she was after the money because she then now filed a civil suit.
Well, I would too.
$30 million.
I would fucking too. Like, no bullshit. No bullshit. If you broke up with me the way that you did, especially let's just remove maybe she was violent. Let's just say she was a normal person operating in a relationship with this man. And this is the way you do me?
So you filed a civil suit?
This is the way you do me? You fucking right. You put me out of a place. You just left me. And if y'all read the reports, there was $40,000 in cash that she did not get back when they delivered her items. So therefore, you taking my shit, you putting me out of my location, you had your attorney break up with me, and let's remove violent. Maybe she's not violent. I'm fucking salty about that. And you know what, bitch? I'm taking you to court.
All right, hold on, East.
Not you, Nell.
Hold on, y'all. Let's stay right there. So,
what happened to having a conversation?
What if he did have a conversation and she said, "I ain't going nowhere, nigga"? Now what?
Do we see that all the time?
Now what?
Okay, but then if that's the case, then he wouldn't have had to have his lawyer break up with her because he had the conversation already. And she just didn't want to go nowhere.
Hold on, Aisha. You are our resident legalologist. Is it not the formal proper way to evict somebody is giving them notice?
Right.
His lawyer did a proper eviction. His lawyer is properly evicting this young lady.
No.
Stop it, Ish. Don't do it. Get out your Get out of women's feelings and let's talk about.
No, let's be realistic here. Just from we can go from a male standpoint and we can go from a woman's standpoint, right? Let's be realistic here. You have a woman who has lived with this man, who has had a relationship with this man, right? Outside of what we don't know. You see her being dumped at an airport by a lawyer. You see her being evicted from a home that she has known in an airport by a lawyer.
Right.
That's wrong. That's cold.
Wrong? Is it wrong when y'all throw us out and put our shit on the fucking lawn?
Hold on.
And cops tell us to leave? Is that right or wrong?
Ish, I'm not saying that it's not wrong.
No,
it ain't wrong.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that
it ain't wrong.
What if he did have the conversation with her? What if he did do all of this and she said, "I'm not going nowhere"?
Okay, well then obviously, yes, you do have to make the appropriate actions to do so, right?
You did.
Okay. So if that's the case and we know those facts, we know that he has asked her, that he has broken up with her and he has asked her to move out and she hasn't done so. If we know those to be facts, then absolutely, Tiger, shout out to you for doing what the fuck it is that you're supposed to do to protect your interests or whatever the case may be. However, let us go back and say that maybe this woman was just a loving and caring woman and he was done with her because he wanted to be doing whatever else. Let's just say. That was wrong. That was cold. That wasn't just the way to operate. And it was just a bitch move.
Well, are y'all not?
It was a bitch move.
Can y'all make it make sense? This is the make it make sense hour. Are y'all not the same ones that say, be honest with us? If y'all don't want us no more, just let us know. We leaving. We not
Hold on. No. Ish, even if it was a bitch move, what if Tiger is a bitch?
Well, Tiger is a bitch. This we know. This is the point that I'm making. Short of saying that, we already know Tiger to be a bitch.
Let's stay right there. Hold on, Nell. Let's stay right there. So let's say he is the bitch. Now, as a bitch ass nigga, if I know I don't want no kind of drama with Shorty, this is how I gotta move.
Tiger ain't about it.
White. That man half white. He's not acting like Nell. He's not gonna act like T. He's not gonna stand there and go back and forth with the arguing.
Maryland, what kind of question is this? It's Tiger Woods. It's one of his houses that he let her come stay with him.
That he let her come stay. Yeah,
did they get a house together? Ain't nobody getting a house together with Tiger. It's Tiger Woods.
It's all Tiger shit.
Maryland, let's be real. If Tiger Woods say, Maryland, can we get a house together? I need half your money. You gonna look at this nigga like, is you serious?
Like, what are we talking about?
She probably moved in with him.
Absolutely. I'm sure she did. And listen, legally. Let's clear this up. I'm not saying that legally he did not have the right to operate and move in the best interest of his brand, his business, and himself. I get it. I got it. And the basis of a relationship, it was cold.
Right.
It was cold.
What though?
And it was whack.
Again, this goes back to.
Wait a minute, ain't it a cold world outside?
Yeah, very cold.
Definitely
very
a cold world.
But you know
what? When you deal in a relationship, that is a point of warmth. When I deal in it should be.
Why are you ever comfortable at a place that ain't yours? I'm never comfortable at a place that's not mine. That's why I'd rather get with someone where I can get it. We're gonna get this shit together. Versus,
I get that. I get that. I get that. But sometimes there are people that are not like that. Yeah.
At the end of a relationship, is this a warm place?
No, it's cold as shit.
No, not at the end of a relationship, right, but so if you're in a relationship, you want it to be a warm place.
So this is the end of
it. A warm place where we're dealing, we're living, we're growing together.
And this is the end of it. Wait a minute. This is the end of it. It's no longer warm.
How do you know they didn't have conversations and he reached the point where he just like, enough's enough?
Right.
Right.
We taking a shot of her because it looks weird that he had his lawyers take her to the airport and say adios, right? But sometimes you got to be able to protect your own peace with how you protect your peace. Y'all do it all the time. Y'all tell us to get out and we got to get out. And if we don't, the cops is being called. So the cops is your lawyer at that moment.
So do y'all think that this is his responsibility to put her up in a
like make it like, come on, stop it, ladies. Like, let's be honest. Because if that was your damn son, y'all ain't telling y'all son, oh, put her up in the place until she's comfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. What type of person is just going to kick you out of your house, not give you an opportunity?
Everybody's doing everything.
An opportunity to do it. But no, I get that. Listen, people put people out in the midst of heat, in the midst of arguments. Get the fuck out, get your shit and get the fuck out and never come back, right? This doesn't seem to have been that. So therefore, if he was making out this whole elusive plan to put her out and
this
to get
seems
rid of
like
her,
I want her to get out and I don't want any smoke.
A fuck.
No, not I don't give a fuck. I don't want any smoke. I don't want any kind of drama.
Okay, well then he could have made sure she had a place to stay.
I don't need to do that. It's not my responsibility to make sure. She a grown up. She a whole grown ass woman. Well, I gotta make sure she got a place to stay. Well, I gotta do that. You grown. Well, I gotta do that. You grown.
I just don't understand.
I mean, at least for 90 days.
Well, I gotta do that.
Give her an opportunity for something.
Hold on, Ish. Why I gotta do that? You're not my wife.
What if I don't?
Hold on, Ish. You're not my wife. You're not my baby mom. You just a chick that I was fucking. So why I gotta do that?
Does anybody know how long their relationship was? Not that it matters.
Ish, but don't it go back to what we always said? Make sure you got your own shit in the event something happens where you got to go.
Right. All right, but so facts now. I definitely agree with that.
Fall back on what you fall back on. Y'all screaming this, I'm strong. People that strong fall back on.
All right, facts. And I'm an advocate of that now. You know, I'm a definite advocate of having your own shit lined up for sure and being the front runner. That's always how I agree 120%. But what if, you let your guard down, right? And you let your man take the lead and you move in with him and you let go of, that.
Whose fault is that?
Too bad, so sad. You let your guard down.
Too bad, so
sad. Sorry to say, but at the end of the day, you're responsible for yourself, right? If you don't put yourself in a position to have an umbrella, a rainy day umbrella in your bag, you stay outside bag, then you gonna get wet.
Right. No, you're right about it.
The same thing with us men. If me and you living together, we dating for 4 or 5 years and it dissolves and you say get out now because I'm in your shit, Nell gotta get out. You're not giving Nell 90 days to get his shit together. Right. You know why? Because that 90 days I ain't gonna get my shit together.
Right.
I'ma still think this is a place of comfort for me. And why am I leaving? Because she gave me 90 days. So she figuring 90 and at the 89th day that everything gonna be fucking rose and she gonna forget. No, you still want me to fuck out. So you're not giving me 90 days. You want me out when you want me out. So why do he gotta now provide a place for her after it's over? That's not real.
No, I mean it's just I think it just would have eased the blow a little bit. Maybe if he had did that, then maybe there wouldn't be a $30 million lawsuit where there is in question the non-disclosure agreements that are in place and the legality of them. It just could have lightened the blow.
She's not his wife.
Right.
No, absolutely not. But then comes into question what is going to be argued and at arbitration in regards to in court. Those
Right.
small little things could have cost him
Let's
not
stay right
headache.
there. Let's stay right there. All of those things can be argued in court, and guess what? Good luck. Good
Listen,
luck.
let me tell you something. Those non-disclosure agreements are not as tight-lipped as they seem.
Right.
So he might actually come out not on top.
What
I'm saying is that just by a simple communication.
What I'm saying to you is, even if he loses in court and has to give her $5 million, whatever it may be, all right, it was worth it.
Let me tell you something.
Was it though?
Let me tell you something. Tiger learned from his mistakes. His first wife took $100 million from him.
Right. So if he loses $5 million, it was worth it.
Let me tell you why. So in his non-disclosure agreement that he had her sign, in the event that something happens and we break up, this is how we're breaking up. And he followed it to a T. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because it was language in there that said, this is how we are going to act. And she's so gun-ho because she's so enamored with who she's with. She signed it without reading it.
Right.
Or she thought, oh, but because we've been together for 3, 4, or 5 years, that now goes out the window. No, honey. That's why certain languages are put in there, because I know what I've been through before and I will not go through it again. Mm-hmm. So if I have to give you $15,000, here you are. Right. But I will keep my sanity, my peace,
and you out my
pain will not be smutted out through TMZ.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen.
All right, so let me ask you a question, Ish.
Uh-huh.
You dealing with Tiger Woods? What the fuck you got $40,000 in cash in the house for? You ain't putting it in the bank? What you need $40,000?
Maybe not. Maybe I don't trust banks.
Exactly.
Maybe I don't trust banks. Maybe that's my rainy day stash. Maybe all right, so it is, but it should come back to me.
All right, if you don't trust, all right, so you don't trust the bank, but you want. So what you gonna do with the $30 million if you win? What you gonna do? Put it in your mattress? I'm gonna rob you.
Maybe. I mean, you just never know. Like that $40,000 could have been what I did to get my place.
That's your stash money.
That was my stash money. It didn't come to me. Now what? What if I don't have any money in my bank account to go get a place to stay? Like,
shame on you for not securing your secure.
It's on you.
I'm ass out, huh?
Good luck. Like I said,
I'm ass out, huh?
Good luck. If I'm Tiger, my major optive was to get you out of my crib, and that was done. So whatever else happens from here on out, I'm good with. Because that was my main objective, was to get you out.
To get you out no matter what. And I mean, listen, I don't argue against that portion of it. I just say, damn, it's like, if I was in a relationship with you, just be a little.
If you want to call him a bitch ass nigga, Ish, go ahead and call him a bitch.
I did. I said, we already said Tiger was a bitch.
Right.
We already said he was a bitch. But damn, that's fucked up.
What make him a bitch?
Hold on. Now, let's say right there, it's cool, because I'm cool with you calling him a bitch ass nigga, rather than saying, damn, Tiger punched in her fucking jaw.
Right. No, I do agree there. And he is not a bitch for any other reason other than you should be able to have a conversation with the individual that you are entangled with.
You should be, but
you're in a relationship.
That's not always easy, like
all
y'all
the time.
always
It
say.
is not ideal, and
I say that all the time.
I say that all the time. I understand it, and I actually do. In the flip side, commend him for being able to handle it in a way where he sees fit. We don't all know the situation. We don't all know the facts of it. However, in an ideal situation for me, if you're in a relationship with someone,
what's wrong now?
Surprised.
Surprised.
Well, Ish was a fucking G. I'm surprised. I ain't know. I thought
listen, talk to me. I am a G. Talk to me and take this fucking punch in the mouth if that's what I'm giving to you.
Domestic violence. It's domestic violence. We just wore purple last week.
I just wanted to get you riled up. Now I just wanted to get you riled up. Take this motherfucking punch in the mouth. Like, but it was the lack of human interaction for me. It was the robotic
But
business
how
way
about,
to handle
but how
it.
about this? How about you did punch me in my mouth, and now I don't want to get punched in the mouth
I
again.
know. I got it.
I'm calling my lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
locality or somebody. I'm calling
I
whoever you
know.
work for, and I'm telling them, get you the fuck.
Yeah.
Out.
I get it. But just as a lover of love, I know. I'm speaking on that outskirts, like
Oh, I love love, and I want the shit.
interaction and
All
just
right.
communication, no matter what it is.
Let's stay right there before we wrap this up because I want to ask you, Ish. All right, so say he knows her temperament. How do you want him to handle it then?
Mm-hmm.
No, exactly. Probably if he knows her temperament, the best way for him to handle it is probably not fully the way that he handled it.
That's why I'm asking you. Give me an example. Tell me how you want him to handle it.
He should have stayed there. He should have stayed there
But
with
I know
his
your
lawyer.
temperament, Ish.
It doesn't matter. He should have stayed there with his
So he should
lawyer.
have stayed there and had a
at
fight
the
with her
airport.
in the airport.
No, it don't have to be a fight.
Then what is it going to be?
We're in a
what is it going to be if I know your temperament? If I know as soon as I say X, Y, and Z, you going to swing on me. What?
Okay.
That's a fight.
All right, well, listen to this. Okay, we did what we did, and I'm the type of bitch that's going to rumble. I'm coming to your crib any fucking way.
Right, but I'm not even home
I'm
now.
coming to your crib. I'm coming to your crib any fucking way. Well, then I'm going to be that bitch that's going to be on your top. And since she can't be, she fucking hitting them where it's going to hurt. $30 million lawsuit.
Can I say this?
Not going to get $30 million.
Can I see?
I know she not. She ain't getting that shit at all.
I see the beauty of what he did. Mm-hmm. He spared himself and also her the embarrassment. Right. There's no footage of her hitting me. There's no footage of us arguing. There's no footage of anything. Everything ended peacefully. Isn't that the end goal? Make it back home safe.
Yeah, man, telling people. Hold on now, because I just want to say, and I need this on both sides of the party, for men and females. If you're dealing with somebody why are you dealing with people that got these temperaments? I'm not dealing with you.
No, I can't foot with that. I got a temper. I got a temper. Y'all see my temper. But
nigga, if I was a girl, I wouldn't deal with you, nigga.
I'm a good. Don't get it fucked up over here. Don't do it. I'm a John. Don't get it. Do it.
I'm not saying that. I'm
right, but that's what he's saying.
Outside that, I'm a whole John. But this is what I'm telling you. My temper a little different versus wilding out. I know what come with that. I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm not fucking you up. I'm not fighting you. I'm not none of that.
Right. Well, maybe she had a temper though. Nell, let's just say that maybe she did have a temper and she would never put her hands on them.
No, but we can't put people that got. We can't hinge something on a person that got a temper. Everybody get like that. Like I'm a little different when I'm trying to save my love. Like I'm not fighting you to stay with me. I'm loving on you to stay with. I'm not fighting, beating you the fuck up, telling you gotta stay with me. That's wild. That's weird.
Right.
But
all right, Nell. So somebody, you got a temper, and somebody want to break up with you the same way Tiger did. A woman does that to you.
No. You gotta understand. Like I'm not. It's not emotional. It's not going. I'm not going to go off of emotion. I'm going off of real shit right at this point. Right. If I want you to be in my life. I'm expressing that shit. I'm not fighting with you and choking you the fuck up because you want to leave me. That's going to push you further away from me. Mm-hmm. So why am I fucking hurting you when we hurting it when I'm already hurt and we already in a hurtful situation? At this point, it's now like, all right, I got to get tender, loving, and caring. Fuck all that extra hype shit. It's now to a point where I'm on the verge of losing my woman. All that aggression should go out the window. And
hold on, no, let's stay right there.
I need you.
No, let's stay right there. You Tiger, and you know her temperament. You know she wild out. How you handle it? How you breaking up with her?
Oh, like I'm nah. If I know her temperament, I know she crazy. My mom gonna be there. My son gonna be there. Because if she start wilding, I'm not putting my hands on her. They would.
Facts, but that's the point that I'm making.
I don't think that
you're still gonna be there. You're still gonna be there, but you're just gonna have your defense
Tiger has these people.
The thing is, he's protecting himself. He knows he don't got sisters. He don't got a mom. He's saying my lawyers is going to handle this because I only know that it's going to get crazy for me.
Right.
Jonathan Majors is a prime example. The girl said he did this, wound up backtracking in her text messages saying he didn't. Now the man is canceled. All because of she said he did something he didn't. Why do you want to put yourself through that embarrassment? That's that situation when you could just be like, I'll have somebody else handle it. But everybody that's aggressive and
you can still call him a bitch ass nigga though, Ish. You can still call him a bitch
I mean, everybody, and maybe she was the most violent. Maybe she would have wilded the fuck out. Maybe she would have blacked his eye, knocked out 2 of his teeth. I don't know. Maybe she was. But I just feel like,
and if you tired of a person, do any of that matter? Even if she
does, and that's what I said. If
the lambs, and you just don't want to be in this no more.
Facts.
Have the right to have somebody leave, and it's okay. Why do he gotta be a bitch ass nigga or a bitch because he went about this way? Because
you operated in a relationship with this woman for multiple years. So this ain't something that just happened, my nigga. This is something. Wait a minute. This is something that you have. But wait. Let me get my point across. This is something that you have actually indulged in for multiple years. Let's just say this, you taking her to the airport, you having the lawyer lined up, you having this whole plan lined up. Her behavior did not just start at that point. This is something that you have indulged in for years and that you have been in a relationship with for years. So you can deal with it. You have dealt with it. Now, you may be tired of it. You may be tired. Wait a minute. Let me finish.
I'm making sense. I gotta stop because I'm making sense.
You may have to have a plan. Wait a minute. You may be tired of it and you may have to have a plan and you may want to exit peacefully because of the history. What I'm saying is that it was okay when you wanted to indulge in it and you had to have a conversation after the times maybe she bust you on your lips once or twice is what I'm saying. Is that now?
But my question now is, you're saying all that, but my question to you is, how long do somebody got to put up with that for?
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter.
I get it.
It doesn't matter if I've done this for years and it's been the behavior for years. I'm tired now.
Y'all missing the point. No.
The point is he don't want her no more. That's it.
And that's fine.
No, you're missing the point.
He's entitled to that.
Hold on, Ish. Y'all missing the point. The point is, Nell, you as a man, once again, the double standard shit. You as a man, you was up in that pussy. You got to deal with this. You wanted to be up in that pussy.
It's not about having to deal with it. It's just about at the first sight of shit. This is what be my problem. At the first sight of shit, then that's when the exit should happen.
Right,
not dragging a person along in a situation that you know is fucked up and is toxic and it shouldn't be. And then when it gets down to the end of it, then it's all fucked up and it's all nasty. And now I gotta take you to court for 30 million. That's bullshit.
I agree. That's why I said I'm out. That's why I said I'm out.
But that's what I'm saying. People ain't gonna agree with it. Why? Because it doesn't make sense in a technicality because, oh, I love you and I gotta sit there and I gotta take your bullshit and I gotta take the way you talk to me and I gotta take the way you got your no. If you see those red flags and it's not something that you really want to fuck with, that when it comes down to the end of it, you gotta set me up with a lawyer, then you should have been left years ago. I should have not been in your space long enough.
I agree with that, Ish. That's why I always say,
that's all I'm trying to say. And I get it.
I always say, cut that shit at the door.
Right. He protected himself. I agree. He did it the best way to protect himself and to protect his brand. I agree. And when I say he a bitch ass nigga, that's the only thing I mean is that you were with her long enough, then you should have given her just a little bit of crazy respect. I mean, she's nuts, maybe, or whatever the case may be. You should have just given her just a little bit of respect there in that case.
But it's also
what he did. It's what he did, not respectful.
That's what I was say. It's also his choice to handle it however he
absolutely. I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
So would it have been disrespectful if all her shit was outside of the mansion door?
Yes.
Right.
That would have been crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Listen,
no
no, I
matter
don't
how he
disagree.
handled it
That's
to
why I
y'all,
said,
no matter how he handled it, it still would have been crazy. So damn if you do, damn if you
Damn if
don't.
you don't. It's in, that's it.
what I'm saying.
But if you think about it now, exactly what you just said is the premise on a lot of shit.
But
Damned
don't
if
we
you
also
do, damned if you
we
don't.
also on here talk about giving relationships chances? Don't we also talk about not leaving at the first drop of every little issue or every first
No.
problem?
Sure.
Don't we talk about being
Absolutely.
relationship
Hold on.
killers and
Absolutely.
how
But
people are serial killers and all this? But when
Hold
it
on.
comes down to it, you saying, "Oh well,
Hold
the
on
first
now.
time I heard acting crazy, he should have exited."
Hold
Maybe
on now.
he had the
Hold on.
conversation with her. And she said, "I'm a
No.
chill," or
No.
right.
"I'll be different."
I
No.
got you.
Hold
I
on.
got you.
What I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. Yes, don't just run at the first sign. But the first sign of crazy, yes. Run at the first
Yeah,
sign of
like that's
crazy.
what I'm
But this,
That is
saying.
hold up,
different.
But
That's
this
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
But
It's a
this is the
difference.
thing. Everybody has a definition of what crazy to them is.
Right.
And you got to remember that man is coming off of a scandal of him being married
Right.
and
No.
dealing with all of these women. So
No.
now he gets a woman who's willing to deal with him amongst the allegations. And
Right.
he has to fucking transform himself to show her that he's not that. And she has the responsibility of showing him that she's not who she once was.
Right. But
That's what it
no.
is. So
No,
when that
also,
doesn't
hold
pan
on,
out,
no. Also, him coming off of where he came off of, he gotta understand. I can't even go there. Soon as I see crazy, I gotta go because
is,
I'm Tiger
is this
Woods.
the
I'm
thing?
not Joe from down the
But
street.
hold
I'm
up,
Tiger
have
Woods.
we not
See,
seen
that's what I'm
what we're
saying
not,
too.
what
It
y'all
seemed
not
to
paying
be
attention to too is this. We going off of emotions right now. We going off of a story saying, "Oh, he's crazy for this," but
right.
don't people fucking have a facade when you're dealing with them, and then when they get fucking comfortable, the real them shows.
Right.
And it's either I can deal with that real them still, or I can't.
Right.
Maybe he couldn't. Maybe
That's
his
what I
children
mean.
are getting of age to where maybe she's not a good parent to them children.
Right.
Maybe she don't give the love to him or his what he got as a package to that, and he sees this ain't working on a number of different levels. We thinking about the crazy shit. What about the other shit? What about
Absolutely. Then it shouldn't have gone but so far.
Right. Right.
But
It shouldn't have gone but so far.
if my
If
children
somebody gonna be around your god kids now, if somebody gonna be around your god kids, you gonna know that this ain't a fit to be around my godchildren. This ain't a fit to be around my children. So I'm not gonna indulge in 3, 4, 5 years with somebody that I know is not beneficial to my children.
How do I know that? How do I know that if all the first, let's say the first 2 years, it was just hooking up, you come into the house when the kids were asleep.
No.
We ain't want to expose them to that yet. I didn't want you to meet my kids because y'all women are good for not letting us meet the kids until y'all comfortable.
Right.
So how about as a year or two went by, and now that you comfortable with me, I finally get the chance to meet the kids. Now I met the kids, we vibe a little bit, but the kids are still kind of standoffish to me. But now it's 2 years in. After you seeing how the interactions is going, you seeing this, you feel like, oh, you know what? This ain't the right situation for me and my kids. I gotta break it off. Now we 3 years in now.
Right.
The fuck that don't apply? So
no,
now you come to me.
That does apply.
I need you to leave. This ain't working.
No, that does apply.
Hold on,
no, that does apply, but you're missing a step. No, that does apply, but you're missing a step. So there has to have been steps before he got his lawyer involved. There has to have something.
But hold up. Let's put the step in there then. Let's put the step in there and say Ish came to me and we had a conversation about whatever her feelings about the situation is. And me as the man said, you know what, babe, I'm gonna try to do some things different because I don't want to lose you. I'm gonna show you whatever. But that man ain't that ain't that man's role yet. He gotta, you know what? When a person ain't got kids and ain't throwing on to some kids and they gotta learn that. That shit don't just come natural. So that man had to learn. That man gotta learn that role, right?
Right.
But to her, that has to be accelerated because that's still her life.
Right.
He can't take time off. He can't take a vacation day off of being the man that she needs him to be because he got to be there in that moment. So at that time, even if he had that conversation, y'all had that conversation, and she's just saying, you know what? This just ain't working for me. You got to go. I got to go. I can't say, oh, well, you've been with me for fucking 3, 4 years. I wasted 3, 4 years with you. How could you leave me? Da, 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 da. No, I got to go.
No, I agree with you. What I'm saying to you
So
is,
how is it not the same situation? How is this man a bitch because it didn't work out?
I'm not calling him a bitch. I said females is gonna say that.
No, y'all called him a bitch ass nigga.
I said that because
I said he was smart.
You knew what I was. You knew what I was. So
smart.
you can have your lawyer there. You can have your witnesses there, and you can say to my face, "This is over. I've tried to say it to you before. Right. This is why I have everyone around, and we're in an airport. There's videos watching you. I am breaking up, and you are not coming back to my home. This is over. It was what it was."
Hold on, Ish. What I'm saying is, before somebody goes to the extremes of creating a vacation and calling the lawyer, something happened. I don't care what nobody say.
I would agree.
Happened. And when that something happened, that's when you got to say, no, she's crazy, or no, he's crazy. No, I'm not saying run at the first red flag, but do run at the first red crazy. Yes, please.
Like, are we all right?
Not indulge in a long relationship with her.
As we sit back and we listen to different points of views, right? The different points of views. You say, okay, I can understand that, right? I can understand that angle. I can understand this. I understand this, right? But can we not say, in the midst of what we dealing with now, being domestic violence, right? And how we just said, if you're going through any type of domestic violence situation, be it physical, mental, spiritual, physical, or sexual, that you got to get help.
Right.
So if this man did something that was going to protect himself from anything that was going to bring harm to him,
that's not mad at him whatsoever.
No. But can we not look at it as it was the right thing to do?
Right.
And let it play out how it plays out. But when you dealing with something unstable, crazy, and or just not focused on reality, then you got to go to those type of extremes to protect yourself.
Exactly.
We talked about early in the part of the show. We talked about lessons that our mother has taught us. My mother taught me, if the shit ain't right, get the fuck up out of there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Feel right, look right, or smell right. It's time to go.
No.
Another day.
Hold on. No, this is my question. So do you think that this is his first time even thinking or seeing her in a crazy manner? So first time I'm calling the lawyer and making up a fake. No, I seen you be crazy before. That's why I'm creating this shit.
Right. And that's what I'm
get out early.
That's just the point that I'm making. Just don't let things stretch out for so long, because when you let them stretch out for so long, then that means for the other person on the other end to feel like they are in something. They are in something. You initially thought, hey, this bitch is crazy, I'm gonna keep my eye on her.
You know what's one thing that's being missed that I have not heard at one point of this?
What's up?
Love. At some point, love was involved. You just don't.
That's what I said. I said that.
At some point,
I said
that there. At some point, he said, "Not the fuck enough. I'm done."
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Listen, I said that.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Love does not override crazy for me. I'm sorry.
All right. It does. But at some point, a lot of things you glaze over because you love somebody, or
that's what I'm saying. No, you do that when you're young. Yes. Once you get older, you cannot do that.
And you know what? And if you notice, she's younger than him.
Right.
But so her mentality is not the same of those who's been through shit and says, I don't want to go through it no more. I'm cool.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. No, he's seen it in her before. That's why he created this whole shit. And when you've seen it in her before, you gotta get out.
And I'm not mad at him for creating it, because him creating it.
I didn't say he created it. I didn't say he created it.
Huh?
I didn't say he created her craziness. I
said,
no.
I'm not saying her craziness. I'm saying I'm glad he created a way out.
Right. I'm glad he created a way out too. What I'm saying is I'm glad he created a way out, a peaceful way out too. I stand with him on that, but you cannot always wait for that. He could have been sleeping one night and she could have slit his fucking throat. So you cannot wait for this shit.
every once a week I see these type of situations come across where individuals don't handle shit properly, and they have cases that stem from lack of communication or allowing things to be dragged on when they seen certain things, and then now they're like, oh my god, this person just, brought a case against me, a criminal case, told the cops that I did X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. All we're saying is that
I'm lost because
just cut the shit. Just cut the shit.
Does love
Stop the
override
shit.
crazy? Is love overriding crazy for y'all? Yeah, no.
Obviously, it does. Obviously, it does. Obviously, stay with the crazy, stay with the bullshit, stay with the nonsense, right? Yeah, stay with it until and just work through.
I would still love you, but love
I
would still love you, but love does not override crazy over here. I'm sorry.
No. Love for me is a motherfucker. Like if I love you at the end of the day, and I always want love to win. And I always hold out hope that love is going to prevail over the whatever. But if it doesn't, then I know how to get the fuck on. I know how to move on. And I've had to move on before. And I've had to disband from someone or something that I loved, right? And still be able to function in life. I get it. But at a certain point, you make up your decision and you make up your mind what's best for you. And nobody can tell you.
Let's stay there now.
It's not best.
That's right. Now let's stay there. Now you're with her. She tries to kill you, but you love her. Are you loving her past the fact that she tried to kill you, or are you getting out now because she tried to kill you?
How does she try to kill me?
It don't matter. I don't give a fuck how she tried to kill me, dog. I'm out.
Yeah, no. But that's different. No, yeah, I'm not. I can't stay with somebody that's trying to kill me because I'm gonna try to kill them back.
Right.
My attitude is a little fucking crazier. But when it comes to that, when it comes to the physical and the getting all wild and like it comes a point, a level of toxicity takes over, and you like it's more toxic than it is relevant.
Right.
Then you got to make your decision on where you want to be.
Right.
If you dealing with it, then you know what come with that. And if you can't deal with it, then you know you can't deal with it. But if somebody trying to kill me, then I understand what I got to do. I'm not going to put myself in the position to where somebody trying to kill me and then I try to tell them to get out and then something happened and I fucking wind up killing her.
Right.
Now the roles is reversed. I'm in jail. She did.
Right. That's why I
said.
So what
I'm going to do is I'm going to have my lawyer handle the situation so nobody goes to jail. Everybody's peace.
I stand with you, Nell. All I said was don't gloss past the fact that something else happened and you should have got out when that something else happened.
How many things look, but in relationships, don't things happen to where your girl get wild and she curse you out and you
that's
like
different.
That's crazy.
That's different. An argument is different than violence.
But when y'all say crazy, I don't play the crazy. I don't play the hitting shit. Don't put your fucking hands on me. Please.
What's up, Kenya?
I'm not put my hands on you. Like let's kill the fucking hands on each other shit.
Right.
But the argument, I can kind of deal with the back and forth argument.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing. Arguments is cool. Everybody can have arguments. I'm talking about violence.
Yeah, the violence is taking
violence. No,
I can't do the violence.
Right.
And that's where I'm getting the fuck out. I can't do the violence. You punch out, Ish. I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, please don't punch it. Like you. Simple doinking me. You can't even doink me.
I know. I can't doink you. I can't call you a bitch or whatever the case may be. And as soon as I do, Nell, you're leaving me.
No. You can call me a bitch. I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to put my hands on you. That shit going to infuriate me. And we're going to argue, but I know my limitations.
Listen, Nell, did she call me a bitch and she was in my circumference?
If she called you a bitch, you punching her?
Is she? Why are you standing so close? You can't stand in my face and call me a bitch, dog. What the fuck you think you're talking to?
Not in my circumference.
It's only but two things you could do to me that's going to get a reaction when me fucking you up. Is spitting on me, slapping the shit out of me. I hitting me is kind of wild, and Like you call me a bitch, you call me a put. You can do all that shit. That's
You
names.
can do all of that from over there. Don't do that. You can't. Don't stand eye to eye to me. You know. Don't stand nose to nose to me and call me a bitch. That's not safe. Please don't do that.
What? You know what? In our big age right now, let's do this. Let's start a new trend. In our big age right now, let's stop with the whole disrespect shit, calling each other names. Let's stop with let's try to think before we jump out the window and call each other bitches and pussies and dickheads and let's think before we put our hands on shit. If you can't take it no more, call your lawyer, call your dentist, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Create a peaceful situation to where everybody leave unscathed. He leave not going to jail. You leave not hurt, and we can come together another day and have a conversation when we both cool. Let's start that trend of we gotta be superior over the situation. When once we figure it out, then we like, damn, this shit went too far. Let's nip it in the bud right there, please. Can we just start that trend? Can we start the trend of not needing to have the last fucking word and just sometimes just shutting the fuck up and just be like, you know what, you got it. I gotta learn that. And you know what? Tonight is the night that I start my learning process of shutting the fuck up. So you want to have the last word, babe? You got it. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and I'm gonna live to see tomorrow, so we can be cool.
No, it's real simple for me. Like I could be like, Ish, do you break shit? I can't do that. It's that simple for me.
I'm not agreeing. I don't break shit, but I'm just saying, like, you asking a question. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. No, it's
no. Tell me you be breaking shit.
If you break shit, like you might break my car window.
Shit. You
listen,
breaking shit.
Listen, no, I'm talking about. She might say, "Yeah, I broke my ex's car window out. Yeah, I broke his TV. Yeah, I did X, Y." As soon as you tell me you did any of these things, I'm cool.
I heard somebody fucking tell me that they was gonna break my fucking car windows out with a spark plug.
Now that with a spark plug, I did? You know what?
You know what I did? I laughed at him because I know you're not going to do that.
But what if it is a person that does that?
I don't play the what ifs. Darnell don't live in the what if world. I live in the world of you going to do it, do it. Don't just do it.
Right.
I'd rather you do it. Don't tell me. Don't threaten me with it. Just
hold on. No. Let's stay right there.
She can say it, but as long as she don't back it up, it's cool.
Hold on, Ish. Let's stay right there. No, you talking to her, and she tell you, yeah, you know, I stabbed my last boyfriend.
I'ma laugh.
But are you gonna still entertain her? Is what I'm asking.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna laugh. I don't even put stock into that shit. I don't even.
This is a proven fact. I ain't saying she just saying it to say it. I'm saying she stabbed the last nigga.
It's a proven fact that Darnell Sharif Deathers is fucking crazy too.
Right, but why would you?
Yeah, but you don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm not even placing myself in that.
I don't like. It's certain things I just don't fear, and I
don't fear it either, my nigga. But I'm not gonna put myself in that situation.
I don't even like, yo, true indeed. But this is the thing. She might have stabbed that last nigga, but she know now she not gonna stab me.
No, I'm not risking that.
I don't even have to risk it. I just know it's not going to be. You
so now, what would make you think
we gotta change this? I'm triggered. You see me?
Don't be triggered now.
I'm triggered when you tell me you stabbed your last boyfriend.
I ain't triggered. You know why? Please tell me why I'm not triggered. That has a lot. That says a lot.
That's going to calm my fucking nerves, please.
Well, I don't know if the next fucking topic is going to calm your nerves neither. So,
what's the next topic?
I had a beautiful session today with the I can't even fucking talk. I had a beautiful session today with the therapist.
You and Shorty, y'all both got knives. Y'all chasing each other around the kitchen table. And Shorty.
I'm not bullshit.
I'm too old for that shit, dog. I'm not doing none of that shit no more.
I'll tell you, I'm too old for it too. Like, no, I take it but so far because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be dead, and I don't want to see somebody that I love hurt. So I learn from my past mistakes. Like I told y'all before, I apologize for getting out of pocket with people, calling them bitches, gripping them up by their shirt. I never physically beat nobody, but I might have grabbed somebody's collar and said, "Stop the fuck playing with me." That's abuse. You can't do that. That's not fucking cool. I learned from that shit, and I will never do it again or even attempt to do that shit again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just shut the fuck up and eat my sea moss.
Hey, no, Rhonda says she throwing a brick through your window.
Rhonda, is you trying to make me fucking crazy?
Listen. I've had my window shot out. My baby daddy.
Rhonda, I'm gonna eat my sea moss.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
What's up? What's the next topic?
This shirt is the proper shirt for that. Do you see this? The shit that I don't have time for.
I don't have time.
This shit, your shit, their shit, or nobody else's shit. Stop the shit, please.
All the shits.
All the shit. No, but
now, what's the next topic?
No, this is the thing, though. At a certain point, you grow up, right? At a certain point, you mature, and you just be like, enough is enough. I know as much as I know what I'm going to deal with. I know what I'm not going to deal with. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to argue with somebody when my peace is involved. If you want to believe the narrative that you've created, you got it. You ask me, I tell you, you believe it or you don't believe it. Okay, it's not for me at this point to argue and fight with you to get you to see a point that I'm trying to give you. It's you have to decipher with the information that you're getting and process it how you process it. I am going to live over here in a peaceful space. I don't have time to go back and forth. I don't want to go back and forth.
No, I got a perfect scenario for you now. We can wrap this up, but I got a perfect scenario for you. You chilling, y'all in a relationship, but she's a jealous, insecure person. So she just pops up at your job all willy-nilly at any given time. And she don't even say nothing to you, but she just like basically stalking you. And now you know that she's doing this. Are you still entertaining, or are you waiting until the time when you have to get your lawyer to break up with her? Like, what are you doing?
I dealt in a situation where I had jealous, insecure, and I tried to live in that, and it's very taxing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to say that my actions may have not caused that, but out inside of that world, it's very, very time consuming and taxing, and it's hard.
That's why I said
you have to make a decision. I'm making a decision to say I much rather have peace than not.
That's what I was saying the whole time.
And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. That's why he said, I've had enough. I'd rather have peace than not. So I gotta create this scenario to find my peace or get my peace back. I'm gonna send her on a vacation.
I'm going to send her on a vacation.
I have a vacation planned for tomorrow. You leave at 8 a.m.
I can't. No, Rhonda said that she's not going to be the person smashing your window. She just wants to know how you would feel if your window got smashed with a brick. That's her question.
Rhonda, why? You ask me tough questions. I would hate it, Rhonda. I wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't leave?
Yeah, I would.
Thank you.
You know why?
First sign of crazy, violent, crazy, you gotta leave.
No, you know why I would leave, and I'm gonna tell you why I would leave. Because what that is doing is that is only triggering me to be something that I don't want to go back to. Right? It's pulling me to a place that I'm trying to escape. If I'm doing all of these things to better myself and to alleviate myself from this harsh, this crazy person that I can be when it comes to that aggressive world, I'm doing everything to remove myself from being that, from having that aggression. Thanks. That only would add to that. Thanks. So that would only infuriate me and make me revert back to a place that I've left behind.
Right.
And me, I don't keep looking back because you trip going forward. Mm-hmm. So I much rather take that broken ass window, trade that car in and get something totally new.
No.
And pass you every day and wave.
No, look, this is what I'm trying to tell you, because this just might be me, and I'm just going to speak on my own personal experience.
You fucking up?
That's what I'm about to tell you. I'm the type of person that, like, if you just like graze across my shoulder like this, I might want to kill you. So I just let it go. Just go ahead, leave it alone, please, because I'm not doing it.
I get it. I'm not saying I might not want to kill you either, but I gotta realize that killing you is only going to kill me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. That's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. So I have to distance myself. Soon as I see that little bit of tiny craziness, I have to distance myself because I'm gonna want to kill you.
Like,
it's not worth it.
Like, you know how people say, right? You never, like, I tell people all the time, you never know what you're going to do until you put in that situation.
Right.
You know how people say, oh, if I catch my mate cheating, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill that bitch and I'm going to kill him. You're not going to do that. I had walked in on the person I was in a relationship with another man, and me and him got into a brief confrontation. And in that split second, I had to realize she chose this. I didn't. Right. But if I react and do something, I am now choosing my fate.
Right.
I jumped back in my car and got the fuck up out of there. Not because I was scared, but because I was scared of what I would do and end up. Right. So until you are placed in those situations, we can say all the time what we're going to do. But until you in that and you entrenched in it and you got feelings and they wrapped up, you never know what you're going to do. So that's why you should always err on the caution of using your brain. Stop.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Think. Right. Because that is the difference between life or death, jail, or losing everything that you worked so hard for up to this point. I could have fucked both of them up on that stat. I had a gun on me and everything. And I could have took it to the furthest extreme. But Nell's, I thought about myself, and I thought about the person I talked about earlier today, my mother. Right. And I thought, you know what I did? Right after I jumped in my car, I got on the phone and I called my mother, and I cried my eyes out to my mother because I knew she was going to give me love that I needed, but also the ugly fucking truth. Right. Say, get up out of there and stay the fuck far from away from there. Or if you're going to forgive, then you're going to forgive it and you're going to forget it and move on if you're going to still be with her. She didn't tell me to leave the chick alone. She said, what you going to do? You going to be with her? Or you're not going to be with her. And if you be with her, you can't hold this over her because you knew what you're dealing with. If you're going to go, then leave. And don't continue to keep going back there. So, again, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's commendable of you. And like, I can ride with that. Listen, I've had my windows shot out with a gun. I've had people, when I say I'm out, wild the fuck out.
Right.
At that point that you see those crazy madness, it's good that you walk away. And if you don't, like you said, then you stay and you deal with the madness that comes with that because you've chosen to do that. That's all I was
you asked the question earlier, and I've been thinking about this question over and over and over in my mind for the past few minutes. What would I do in this situation, right? If somebody did this to me, crazy. If crazy reared his ugly head, what would I do? Right. And it's easy to say we'll leave, and honestly, where I'm at right now, I could love you, but I gotta go.
Right.
Because I know I'm not the sanity of myself. I just know how far I can take it. Right. And my far is extreme.
Right.
So I'm not protecting you. I'm protecting myself from myself.
Right.
Because I lose it.
Right.
I just said. I lose it. And my crazy is crazy. So if I say I gotta remove myself from a situation, I'll be a bunch of pussies. Right. I'll be a bunch of dickheads. I'll be a bunch of no good niggas. I'll be a bunch of I was playing ass nigga. You can call me any name you want. But I'm sitting home in the comforts of my home and my peace.
That's all I was saying now.
And that bullshit. But I'm giving the benefit of the doubt sometimes and saying, okay, this was an isolated situation. You know why I do that? I'm a little different though. because I am flawed, and because I'm flawed and do flawed things, I understand how you can fix some of the things that has been a flaw to you, right? I understand my actions are not always positive or always the right thing. So I say, you know what? I learn from the mistakes and say, all right, I need to fix that. I need to do something a little different. And I give that person the benefit of the doubt too, because I know I'm fucked up too. So I said, in a situation like that, I'm fucked up. I can't hold them hostage for their fuck up in that moment. So I'm going to give them another try at it. And then if it keeps coming on, then I know I'm dealing with something that's a repeat offender.
No, we got to move on, but I want to wrap this up by saying that I will always choose love over anything.
I booked y'all a trip for tomorrow too, 8 a.m.
Wait a minute, no. I will always choose love over everything except crazy, because when you choose love over crazy, that's when crazy kills you. We see it every day.
Yep.
I love you.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Love you. Facts. We gotta go. We gotta move on. We did that shit for a little minute. What's up, people? I think it's time for the shit. And this is right here. Is it fear or is it loyalty?
Facts.
Who wants to explain that?
We have a battle on both of these. So each chose fear and you was choosing loyalty. So how can we break this down the middle? Like, how we want to break this down? How do y'all want to attack this?
All right. So I want each this first talk about fear since she chose fear.
Right.
I'll give a little dissertation of loyalty. We can then bring them together.
Right. Okay. So why don't you start with the loyalty first? Because that's where the basis of it lies. And then I can come in with where the fear lies.
Okay. Let us know in the chat. So, is it fear or is it loyalty?
Let's talk about the importance of loyalty and what does that look like for you? We're going to hit us first with it. What is the importance of loyalty and what does it look like for you?
I always feel like it's never loyalty until the loyalty has been tested. So I need to see you go through the mud. I need to see how you react when everything's not all good. I need to see where your loyalty lies in bad times, not only in good times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I kind of piggyback off of that too. I mean, it's easy for someone to say that they're loyal to you until it comes down to certain things, and that loyalty is put in a position where it's questioned, right? And then it is up to you to then show, am I firm or am I just actually just saying it to be sounding a part of the situation? You know what I mean? So it's difficult when you think about it, and that's where the fear comes in, and we'll get to that at a certain point after Nell gives his answer. But it's just really important for people to understand what they're feeling on the inside and not just saying what they think should be said, because a lot of people are going to claim to be loyal just because it's you.
Right.
That don't mean in all actuality that they agree or that they really ride or whatever. They're just loyal to you. There are people that are just loyal to Nell no matter what. There are people that's just loyal to T no matter what. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm just loyal to you because that's me. I'm loyal to you. I love you no matter what you say. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the not confusion comes in, but that's where the importance of how the loyalty really lies.
Right.
I want to piggyback off of Marilyn's question. Loyalty has to be a two-street for me. And I'm not taking shots at nobody. I just wanted to focus in on that comment. For me, loyalty has nothing to do with you. My loyalty is based on my actions for the person or thing that I am loyal to. You have to do nothing. You have to give me nothing for me to be able to be giving of my loyalty to you. I'm loyal to you because of who I am as a person.
I agree with that.
My loyalty does not come on conditions of, oh, well, you talk to me in a way that is only going to make me feel a certain way, warm and fuzzy. No, I want you to be down and dirty with me. Regardless, I'm loyal to you as a person. I'm loyal to you as an entity. I'm loyal to you as a brand because of what it does for me, not for what you do for me or whatever, how you treat me. Nori asked this question at the end of, this game he plays with his guests, and he asks, would you rather have loyalty or respect?
Right.
I'd rather have loyalty than respect, because, and people may say it goes hand in hand, we can have a disrespectful conversation, but if the conversation that we are having is only bringing me, is only going to put me in a place of learning, growing, a more positive infrastructure, then the respect means nothing. It doesn't go hand in hand, because you're putting me in a position based upon this disrespectful conversation that we may be having with each other, but the gems that are being taught from it or spoken from it is only going to enrich my life and bring me more to my life as a person. We talk about this all the time on here, and I know the gentlemen of the conversation of the podcast get kind of flacked because it seems like we're not respectful or we're not loyal. But I am one of the most loyal people that you're ever going to find, because I will never allow anybody to disrespect you around me. You can be there or not. I will speak up on your behalf every time. No one can ever tell me a bad thing about you and me digest that, because that's not my thought pattern about that. I will never allow you to tear nobody's name up, or even allow myself to go back to that person and say anything of the sort, because I am your sounding board. I am your voice when you're
hold on now, Marilyn. These two don't coincide, because my loyalty doesn't matter how you could care less about me. That's not why I'm being loyal to you. I'm not being loyal to you because you're being loyal to me. I'm making a choice to be loyal to you, because that is my choice. It don't have nothing to do with how you care about me.
Absolutely. It has nothing to do with that, because I know where my heart is designed and set up for me to love the way I love, or me to be who I need to be to you. You don't have to get that. That's why my loyalty doesn't come with conditions. I'm not saying, well, in order for me to be your true friend, you got to do this and give me that.
Right.
No, I've chosen the path of me being who I am to you, regardless. Now we can go our separate ways. We don't have to speak for years.
And I'm gonna still be loyal to you.
But I'm gonna still be loyal, because if somebody speaks on your name disrespectfully or glowingly, I will add my 2 cents to it regardless. I will speak up for you if somebody is tearing your name up, or I will add to the conversation of how praising you, regardless of you if you're there or not, or we haven't spoken for years, right? If you ever called me, we haven't spoken 10, 30, 20 years, and you said, no, this is such and such. The first thing I'm like, yo, what's good? How you doing? You good? Everything straight? Do you need anything? And my do you need anything is going to not just be saying that because it sounds good. I truly, genuinely mean it. That's how, and y'all ask us all the time, well, how can you be in a relationship with somebody and it breaks up and then y'all can still be friends? Because that's how my heart is set up. If I've loved you at some point, I'm always going to have an affection for you as a friend. The structure was built on a friendship foundation before the love even crept in, right? There had to have been some type of substance that allowed me to love you. I never want to see you doing bad. I never want to see you fucked up in the event that I'm doing okay. I always want to see my people that I give a fuck about, friends, family, or not, always good. So when people say loyalty, they loyal. People loyal until they feel like they don't have to be loyal anymore. Because then you'll get people talking about you and telling your story to other people. And, you can't get them on the phone when you need them, or when you see them, they turn their back on you or whatever. I would never turn my back on anybody that I consider a friend. I can't do it.
No. Let's stay right here on Diana's comment.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone who is more loyal to their friends than the person they got, believing they love them. What does that mean? Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Again,
I think she's asking bros before hoes.
But this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we may think something is a way because people put more energy into a certain thing than they do here, right? It doesn't mean that they're not loyal to you or they're more loyal to their friends. It's what energies are we putting into certain things to foster that excitement, right? We could have made the place of that person a slippery slope. We might not be we might not know how to communicate. Not everybody communicates the same. We all communicate differently, right? It could have been a situation that we've been through that made our interaction sticky. Our friends, it might not been because there's no judgment, so it feels differently. But when we start to put ourselves up against other people, we hurt ourselves. And T is one of my best friends.
Let's stay right there. Nell, let's stay right there because yes, I can be more loyal to my. I've been friends with them for fucking ever. I've only been with you for like a year or two.
Me and this man has been friends for 10 years, right? Y'all would have thought during this podcast that me and him has interacted for 30 years. We go about our business. We do what we gotta do. We raise our family. We come back. We and whatever. But the moment he called me, now I need you on this. Right. I'm rocking.
Right.
And we could have not talked for 10 years.
Right.
Oh.
So let me ask y'all something, like to stay just right there in that space now. That friendship, but if you had a significant other now and T had a significant other, is that loyalty? I think what she's saying is that you two would be more loyal to each other than your respective mate. And for them to possibly feel that, hey, Nell comes before me or T comes before me. And how are you making that within your relationship? How are you making that work?
Everybody want to compare themselves to everybody else. There's just things you just can't compare.
Right.
You can't compare my love for my mother the same way I love you. Mm-hmm. I can't compare the love I have for you for the love I got for my mother. I can't compare the love I have for my kids for the love I got for you. I can't compare the love I have for somebody that I've been with for 30 years of my life since I was 10 years old.
That's what I'm saying. The time. It all boils down to the time.
Everybody want to live in a space of what everybody else is doing. Live in that moment of you. You'll see a person's loyalty when it's just about you too. When you concern yourself about the outside world, you lose a sight of what's in front of you. You're so focused on seeing what everything else is instead of focusing on what's going on with you and that person.
No.
I would never say to my lady, oh, your friendship with your girlfriend is more than the friendship with me. I want you to have them type of friendships.
Right. You know her your whole life.
Where you have an outlet outside of me. I can't be everything every time. I can't give you. I can be your friend. I can be your lover. But your girlfriend that you may have been with for 40 years knows you a little better than I do.
Yeah. No. But I think that's so true. And yes, you want strong friendships outside of the bond that you have with your significant other, but you don't want any bond outside of that relationship or that to be any stronger.
If we're in a relationship, Ish, I can't put you in front of my friends. We only been together for a year. I'm sorry. I can't.
It's not a matter of putting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hold on.
I don't see it that way. I don't see it as I need you to put your friends before me.
This is a topic, right?
No, you want to come before my friends, but we only been talking for a year.
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't say I'm just speaking from me. I can't speak for every woman, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily need you to put your friends before me. I just don't need to feel second to your friends.
Right.
I don't need to feel that.
East, let's stay right there. That's impossible. Like, if you're my girl, we only been together for a year, you're not ahead of my friends. I've been friends with my friends
but
forever.
it's not about
we
being
can break up
ahead of your
tomorrow.
friends.
I'm still going to be friends with my friends.
Absolutely. But I and see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be misconstrued here. I'm not saying put me before your friends. I'm not saying I need to be before your friends. I'm not saying that your friends shouldn't be of importance and that I might not even be equal to your friends. What I'm saying is that I should not feel that way.
Right.
Our situation should be growing and building to a point where I'm secure in that.
Well, let's stay right there, Ish. So
Yeah.
something comes about and I have to go bust a move with one of my friends, but you want me to do something with you. And I choose to go. This is how this shit plays out. I choose to go do something with my friends, and then girls say, you're putting your friends in front of me.
Nope.
It's like, no.
Nope. I'm not talking about that.
Then
I would agree with you that your loyalty to your family and your friendships will absolutely, any real woman is going to understand that, right? I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying that I need to feel like I am above your friends. That's not it. I am saying that I should not feel inadequate to that. There's a difference. There's a difference.
That's what I mean. Tell me how you feel inadequate. Give me an example.
Well, there are men that would say, well, you don't matter.
I need an example.
Or there are men. Tell us how the inadequate feels. Right. I want to hear that.
Right. The inadequate feels where you don't matter. Your feelings don't matter. You don't matter in comparison to that. You can exist with your friends and your significant other and building in that relationship, even though it's not equivalent to the time and the length that you know someone. You can make it where as though each party is feeling significant in your life. You don't have to say, well, my friends come before you, and no matter what you got going on or what you want to do right now, is bros over hoes. And exactly what you said. There is a way to adequately make each person feel significant enough in your life. You don't have to and that's just all I was saying.
No,
and I can't speak for most women,
I agree with you, Ish, but I need the specific example where y'all feel inadequate. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I need to know how.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are times where exactly what I just said. You don't matter because my homie come first. I just said it. So that's what I mean.
Though, what happened?
That's what we're asking.
Yeah, what happened?
It could be something as simple. It could be something as simple. Oh, my homie need to talk to me for a minute, but you going through something. It don't matter right now.
What are you going through?
I don't know. We can make some shit up. I don't know. My homie might be going through a breakup with his wife or a situation with his wife, and I need to be present for that. But you're dealing with, a family member that just died. Both are significantly important.
No, one is bigger than the other.
No, why? Why is one bigger than the other?
Somebody died.
Right, but to the person, to your homie who's losing his wife, that's like a death.
But it's not the same.
So it's not necessarily, but that's your loyalty to him and your loyalty to me. But you don't have to make one person feel, you don't have to make your significant other feel like they're not as important because you got 30 plus years.
That's what I'm trying to say, Ish. No matter what, y'all gonna feel some kind of way.
Mm-hmm. Not all the time, though.
All the fucking time. I've seen this shit every fucking day of my life.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. If the communication was strong, right? If the communication was strong and you were able to effectuate how you're feeling, then she wouldn't feel that way.
That's not true.
Right.
So tell me how it's not.
You know how it's not true? Because y'all want what y'all want when y'all want it, how y'all want it.
When y'all want it. I don't give a fuck about your friends.
As my mate, we are together every day, meaning we're in each other's lives every day. We talk every day. We communicate with each other every day. That's not to say that you are on the back burner because I got something else to do. It just means I got something else to do at this moment. You still my woman. You still my lady. You still priority. Because at the end of the day, when y'all have something to do, y'all do it.
Right.
There's no consideration taken. Y'all make plans and do what y'all want to do when y'all want to do it. And then y'all tell us. And we're supposed to be okay with it because it's y'all. But then if the opposite shit happens where we say to y'all, oh, by the way, babe, I got to do this or whatever. Then, well, why you didn't tell me? I just found out. Well, you knew about it. No, I didn't know about it, but I'm telling you now.
Right.
It gets like the playing field should always be level if we're going to have a misunderstanding. So if you have a misunderstanding, if I come to you and say, oh, by the way, babe, this is what's going on. I got to do that. I got to take care of this. The same way I say to you, all right, babe, cool, just be careful. I should get the same thing in return. Because if I then flip and say, well, how come you just telling me now and or you knew about this or you whatever, that's weird, right? So how come it's the shoe when it's on the other foot is never fitting right? It's always, oh well, you knew, you could have told me, or you could have been you whatever the case may be.
I've been in situations, Ish, where I could be with my girl or whatever, and something might pop up with one of my homies, and we got to go handle that. And she gonna say, "You choosing your friends over me every fucking time."
But this is the thing, right?
Nah, but I don't buy that. Because if the situation is, if y'all lines of communication are clear and she understands her place and her value in the relationship, then that is not going to matter. Now, absolutely, honey, go take care of what it is that you need to take care of with whoever. I'll be here when you get back.
That sounds good, but that's not how it plays out.
Again, that is if the communication in the relationship is strong.
How much communication can I give you? Something happened, I gotta go handle it. What else communication do you want from me?
Yeah. Right. And if that is strong and you know your place in the situation, in the relationship, you're not questioning it.
Right. That's you're not questioning it. That's what I'm saying. You know your place in the situation and in the relationship, and you're still going to say to me, you're choosing your friends over me. I've heard this shit a fucking million times.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't understand that caliber of thinking. I don't understand that caliber of thinking in regards to a good, solid, sound, communicative relationship. I don't understand that. If you are going to tend to a friend, if I needed to tend to a friend, absolutely, I would do that. And I would expect my man to understand and know the same fact. However, I'm not saying that y'all are wrong and that y'all don't have to deal with it. I'm just saying that not everything has to be in regards to that.
What's tending to a friend though? Just because I don't like. All right, cool. So let's say this. It's a scenario from my life. Every Wednesday, I make it a point to.
Hold on now. What's up, Marilyn?
Hey, Marilyn.
Hi.
Hey.
Go ahead now. Tell your story.
Yeah, we're not gonna play with the dark, is we?
Yes, Marilyn. What are you doing over there? Go ahead now.
I'm just saying, like every Wednesday,
right?
I'm a part of a show.
Right.
That's my responsibility.
And guess what, Ish? The girl in his life is going to say, "You choosing your friends over me every fucking time."
I'm not. You know why? Because one, at some point, this going to pay a lot of a lot of bills for us.
Right.
Two, this is what I like to do.
Right.
3, I am loyal to this.
Right.
This is my thing.
Right.
That don't take away from you.
Right.
Absolutely not. And her coming into your space, she's going to know that.
No.
Respectfully.
She's going to know that. That don't mean she's going to accept it.
Because
would that be them flags though? But see, that's what I'm saying. That be them flags. Then why entangle with somebody who's not respectful of what it is that you have as an ambition?
All of that sounds good.
You say these
Come on, man. It ain't about sounding good. It's about effectuating what it is that you talk about every single fucking day. That's it.
But y'all say these are flags. But these are the flags that we have to deal with.
I know that. And that's what I'm saying.
There's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. These are normal things in our life that we have to do.
Right.
We have to prioritize our lives around everything that is that. And if we don't, we are the culprit. Y'all can make plans to go out with y'all friends and do what y'all want and do this and that. And we supposed to say, okay, honey, have a good time. You need anything?
Facts.
But if I say I got plans, I got to explain why the fuck I made plans outside of you.
But why, as women, aren't we doing
You got to
this?
ask y'all women that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking. I'm just asking. Why, as women, why aren't we doing this? That's what I just said. I'm asking. Why, as women, why aren't we doing this? This is something simple. This is something elementary. This is something I'm confused about. Why would this even be a thing that y'all would have to deal with?
There was a question earlier in the show, right, that I gotta address. So Lynette says, Darnell, you sound A1, but is this implemented in your day-to-day? Yes, it is implemented in my day-to-day. I will never, ever shy away from being loyal to nobody. Right. I don't care if we dating. I don't care if we cool. I don't care if we friends. If I'm fucking with you, I fucks with you for the rest of my life.
And
I fuck with you for the rest of my life.
No. Hold on now. Let's stay right there, because I seen Marilyn said, y'all are not being loyal to people that don't care. We're loyal to friends that are bad friends all the time. Now we got plenty of friends that are fucked up friends, but we're going to support them and we're going to be loyal to them because they still are friends.
It's for me. Everybody is made up differently. Everybody in their mind has what makes them tick. What makes me tick is being who I am. And that's that. If I put you in that friend zone, that's a special zone. Right. Why? I know what my life looks like. I know what brings me joy and what can take away from that. I know where I want to go and where I don't want to go. So I'm only putting people in those places that truly is meant to be there. If you make it there, then you are there for life. I don't care if we broke up 5 years ago. If I see you on the street and you fucked up, I'm going to look out. That don't mean I want to fucking be with you no more. It just means I cared about you and I'm loyal to your well-being. Right. I'm loyal to you getting somewhere in life. If I can add to that, I have people, it's people on here that I say what's up to every show, and y'all would think we the best of fucking friends. That is everything copa fucking aesthetic, and it's up there. Right. But at the end of the day, at one point we was fucking tight. Right. I'ma always want to see you make it. I'ma always want to throw the pleasantries at you, not because I'm being fake, because that's who I am. Facts. Right. God gave me the opportunity to open my eyes and see another day. You know what? Whatever beef we had is in the past. I still want to see you make moves. Mm-hmm. And we ain't got to ever speak again. But I always want to see you make moves and be positive and get it. I always want to see something happen positive. That's the loyalty in me.
Ish, you know how and I see Helen saying this in the comments as well. She knows your situation. She knows what you do on this certain Wednesday, whatever. But when these emotions come into play, they don't care about all of that. I knew you did this on Wednesday. They still gonna say, "Damn, you got to do that every Wednesday."
Or no.
Yes, I do this every Wednesday.
Helen, it might be you knew I had this on Wednesday, but you know what? Well, you consistently do that on Wednesday. You don't consistently do this, right? So you can go into a.
But this, oh damn it! Now, damn it! He done got so triggered that he done fucking clicked his own self. No, but I was just gonna say, like, then I feel like those type of women that's a situational thing. You know, that's a woman that is not confident in herself. That is a woman that is not about her own business, where she has so much business that she don't have, that she encourages you to handle your business.
I've seen every woman, busy or not busy, do the same shit. Because they don't know how to handle their emotions.
Issue.
It could be insecure issues. It's also emotion. It's also
emotion, insecurity, whatever the case may be. Those are issues that is not going to just come up on you having to do your show. That is going to be an underlying thing across the board in your relationship.
It could be with anything, and not just a show. It could be It could be I go on vacation.
And this is what we see on anything.
It could be I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
This is what we see on anything.
And then that's when you make the executive decision for T, for Nell, to say, I'm not going to continue to be with someone like that.
It's all of y'all. So we can't make an executive decision on every fucking woman in the world because it's all of y'all. All of y'all.
It's not all of us. It's not all of us.
But look at the question.
Not all of us.
And this is not.
It's a lot of us, but not all of us.
But this is the question. If it's not the sentiments of a lot or majority, then Diana wouldn't have asked the question because we're not putting our friends in front of you at all. There's a difference.
Right.
There's a difference. I know my woman versus my friends.
Right.
I go to my woman for love. I go to my friends for a different type of love and energy. It's different. And we should be able to coexist in those places without it being questioned.
Without it being a competition. How about that now? Without it being a competition.
If your mate come to you and say, this is what's going on, then that's what's got going on. Like everything ain't got to be questioned and why this and why that, because it is. And it's not that I don't want to be questioned. It's just, why can't I, if I bring something to you, I'm telling you what's going on. We're not kids. Like, we're adults. So as an adult, and I'm bringing this information to you, I'm communicating to you what's going on. That's what it is. What's the problem? I just don't be understanding. Like, we live in two fucking separate worlds. And this is what bothers me every week. And y'all see the passion come out. Like, when do we mash it all together and blend it up together and come together and be one? Why is it a disconnect?
They don't want to. That's the
I think too is the perception. It's everybody's realities are different. Everybody's perceptions are different. And I think that's what it really all boils down to, because the way you see it, the way T sees it, the way I might see it, the way many other women might see it is totally different. And I think it all boils down to the perception and the position that each individual is in. And that's what serves up a reaction, right?
Can we agree on one thing? It doesn't work because we want to compromise and y'all want to win.
I would agree there, because I'm not going to sit and say that I don't necessarily want to win in a situation or in a relationship with or without you. So I can speak for myself that
was beautiful.
That's true.
Thank you.
That was
yeah, I can speak for myself that that's true. Now, I can't speak for other ladies because they may not necessarily feel that way and they may not perceive it to be that way. But me, absolutely 100% unequivocally. However, the difference is that with that winning is I would first and foremost rather win with you.
Right.
I don't want to be separate from you. I don't want to be indifferent with you. I want to win with you. Even though I may be forceful sometimes, ultimately, the goal is to win in our situation, not above you.
But the goal has to be to compromise, not to win. Because all the time we're not going to win,
right? And that can get sticky and that can get problematic because of the nature to want to win,
right?
You know what I mean? Because of the nature to want to win. Right. So that's where you have to learn the savvy to be able to work in the compromise.
You know what bothers me? You know what bothers me too? And we all gotta stop this. It's not all of us. It's all of us. People are so quick to say, if we say, oh, women, and we talk on, and then y'all quick to say, it's not all women. Or we say, oh, it's not all men. It's us all. Have you talked to your significant other? Has someone outside of you talked to your significant other and seen exactly what they're saying about you? I'm sure there's something that they're going to say that's of likeness of others.
Thanks.
So we got to stop saying it's not all of us and look inside of us to see if it's us. Because we all got some shit with us. So when we take on this, it's not all of us. Yes, it's a lot of us. And we have these qualities that we got to see if it is us before we say it's not all of us. Because we got these qualities that our mates may say, yeah, they're combative. Oh, they don't allow this and that, right? My mate could say, yo, Nell, you talk great on the show, but when it's between me and you, I don't get that. So you know what I got to do? I gotta digest that, and I gotta fucking work on that. Hence the reason why I go to therapy. Hence the reason why I look at things with an objective mind to see exactly where my flaws is. Because I wanna be the best version of myself. I'm not gonna sit up there and say, well, it's not all of us. It can be us. There's things shoes fit all the time, but it's not looking good, so we don't want to put our feet in them, or we wiggle our toes and act like that ain't the fucking shoe size, but that's really your damn shoe size. So at a certain point, we gotta sit back and we gotta take responsibilities for the shit that we got going on and look within ourselves and stop saying, oh, it's not us, not everybody, and fix us.
Hold on now, because I want to put Aisha on the hot seat. Aisha, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I need you to be candid with these ladies.
I stay ready.
I need you to be candid. I need you to be candid with these ladies when I ask you this.
Okay.
Now, is your man disloyal if he has an affair, but he's still loyal to you? Can he still be loyal to you, or is he just disloyal?
So for me, I'm going to say that after we've all talked about this, you can't control what somebody does and how they feel and how they operate. Because they step outside of their situation, they're dealing with things within themselves that they have to fulfill. It has nothing to do with you. And I've said this multiple times. It doesn't always have to do with you. It is not a slight to you. It is not because you aren't enough, because you aren't good enough, because you aren't strong enough, because you aren't sexy enough, because you don't suck the dick right, whatever the case may be. He can still honor you and be loyal to you. Yes, absolutely, because it has nothing to do with you. However, it just shows you. Yes, but it also shows you, women, it also shows you that you are in fact entangled with a man that has some other needs and desires that are outside of you that he needs to tend to. So allow him the space and opportunity to do that.
No,
it's
so,
twofold to that.
Right.
It's twofold.
So it's on you. So if a girl steps out on you, does it mean that she's disloyal to you?
Nah, she just wanted to do what she wanted to do. I don't put that on this. I don't put that on not being loyal. I just put that on her doing what she wanted to do. I don't question. Like I'm not the loyalty police. I'm not sitting up here bracking my brain on, oh my God, they're not loyal because they did this. It's more or less than like you did it. This is what you wanted to do. All right.
Thanks. And you have to situate yourself accordingly.
Yes. And at the end of the day, when you come to terms with what you're willing to put up with, you're willing to put up with it. And that's not to be questioned. It is what it is to you. And it's just like, cool. I like this person enough to where like I
want to stay or I want to go.
Yeah.
But you have to allow people the space and opportunity to do what it is that they need to do for them. It doesn't mean that they don't care for you and love for you and all of that. It just means that they're grappling with some things within that they need to fulfill, that they need to seek, explore, whatever the case may be. And then it's up to you to make a decision as to how you want to move from that point forward once you know what it is that they are grappling with. It's up to you.
Absolutely. I agree.
So that is loyalty, ladies and gentlemen. I think that loyalty boils down to you and your personal morals, how you personally feel, how you personally choose to move. Loyalty means to be support and to be in allegiance of somebody. It doesn't mean that you have to, forfeit yourself or forego all these other things. It just means that I have to support you and I have to be aligned with you. And that can look all different kind of ways.
Like an example, prime example, I'm loyal to the two of them. Not every comment or not every view that they share do I agree with.
Right.
And that's okay. And I allow them to have their personal opinions and I don't belittle them for it. I don't castrate them for it. I don't even look at them differently for it. I applaud them for having a mind to where they are able to speak eloquently about what they think of, and not say, oh, they're wrong, or they're being disloyal because of whatever the case may be. No, if I put them in the position of me calling them my friend, then I'm gonna be a friend to them regardless. And also, that loyalty to them as a friend allows me to be candid with them and be real and frank with them, because the moment you yes ma'am a person to death, or tell a person what they want to hear, or allow them to go out here and possibly cause themselves harm, is the moment you're not being a true friend.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you see me fucking up now, you fucking up, please tell me, because I'm gonna slow down, because I believe that you got my best interest at heart. So I'm gonna look at that. When people so quick to, oh, I don't gotta listen to them, who they think they is, and say something, please tell me. I don't mind. I don't mind somebody telling me something, because I'm gonna look into that a little bit deeper than just saying, oh, they don't know what they talking about. I self-reflect all the time, because I care about the people that care about me. Mm-hmm. And I know it's coming from a place where it's only going to help me in the long run.
All right, we got to get in
fear.
Here. Well, what's up, Ish?
Hmm.
Let's break this fear down. Let's speak about the fear of, is it fear of not wanting to start over? Is it fear of XYZ, whatever? What is the fear in things?
Yeah, so I mean, I personally feel like, there can be fear on many different levels and many different in many different facets of it. It could be fear of, we've touched on this even in the comments, I'm not going to be necessarily loyal to someone who is not showing that they are loyal to me. That could be a fear. It could be a fear to not want to give too much and receive equally as much, but us not coming together in one full circle. It could be that fear. And it could also be fear of, I just don't want to be in that space with you to give you an opportunity. Not, you don't even got to not show me. I just don't want to go there.
Right.
Period. I'm just fearful straight from the beginning. So, it could be different facets, and it just really all depends again on perception. And it just really all depends on past experiences too. Because I feel like the past experiences are those things that sometimes bring into the new experiences what we don't want to, be involved in as far as that is concerned.
So is it fear if I say, I don't want to do X, Y, and Z to you because I might lose you? Is that fear, or am I being loyal to you, or am I being fear, or am I scared to lose you? So I feel like that's fear of me being scared to. So I'm not doing X, Y, and Z because I'm in fear of losing you. I don't think that is loyalty. That is fear.
That is fear. I would agree. That is fear. And I feel like that fear is what is going to be problematic somewhere down the line.
Right.
Because a person that doesn't want to behave or do or think or say or feel a certain way because of fear to lose you is not truly being themselves, and not truly being genuine for that fear. And that is going to show and rear its ugly head somewhere down the line at some point.
What's up now?
And I totally don't agree with that.
What's your answer?
Because some people's fears allow them to live in the moment, right? Mm-hmm. People that they say that the people that are the most dangerous are those that live in fear, right? They're the ones that bust their guns first when you're fearful, right? If you have some sort of a fear of losing the person you love, you're putting extra focuses on a number of different places, because you know what that fear looks like inside of you.
Right, but shouldn't. But hold on, let's say right there. Shouldn't that loyalty override that? If we really loyal to each other, don't no matter what I did to you,
Loyalty.
your loyalty should override it.
Facts. That's what I'm
It does.
saying. Like, I'm not going to be
Loyalty.
who I am for fear of losing you.
Right.
How am I being genuine to Nell? How am I being loyal to Nell?
Allow me to explain it, because I didn't allow me to explain it, because I'm not saying that because there's a level of fear that you're not being loyal. A person's makeup could make them be extra more, pay more attention, or be a little bit more of themselves in a fearful situation. Everybody's makeup is different.
Right.
Some people fear of not being competent, not being on time, not being ready, not being prepared propels them to being their most successful.
I agree.
Kobe Bryant, one of T's favorite athletes, the fear of not
fear of failure,
exactly, propelled him to be the greatest, one of the greatest basketball players ever.
Right.
The fear of losing you may make me pay extra attention to certain areas, because if I don't and I become careless, I could lose you, and I fear that.
Right, but
Yeah.
I would also
and that could make me, depending on the person, could be the very thing that I need in order.
But I would also rather you did stuff because you wanted to do it, not because
that's not saying I don't want to do it. Maybe my fears are driving me to doing everything I want to do it. Right? Look at here. I want to do this. I am going to do this. And my fear of losing you is adding to that. It's only driving me even more to do everything that I want to do, because I fear the fact of, if I don't get it right, then I know it's not going to be.
But we can stay right there. But what about the people that fear, opening their own businesses or whatever because they have a fear of failure?
But that's something that they got to get over, right? So you got to take a step on faith. You got to take a leap on faith, and you got to put it in your situation like this. If the fear of it failing, but if I don't start, then I can't. Then I'm already failing.
Right. No, but that's what we're saying in the same context of a relationship.
Right.
Get over that fear and live proudly in the relationship. That's it.
If that fear of not giving your all could stop you from not giving your all, not saying you don't want to give it your all, but everybody's made up of something, some way, somehow. So if that person's mental makeup allows them to ingest that fear of knowing what they want to be their success, and if they don't get that, if that success is not within themselves, they fear that.
Let's stay there now. So what happens the day that you stop fearing?
Then you lose yourself. If you're that person, right? If you say, I have a fear of failure of some sort.
No, let's just say in a relationship wise, if you have a fear of somebody leaving you, so you're going extra hard to do this thing because you're then
you know what though?
Then they stop doing it. Then one day they stop being fearful, and then they stop doing it. Now what?
This is the thing. If I have a fear of myself and I say to my lady, baby, I fear losing you. So I'm gonna try to be the best I possibly can in the situation. Is that always going to be the case? No, because we're imperfect, right? But at least I'm trying.
Right.
And giving it all, when you stop trying is when you stop doing. So if my trying is based on, if my fear leads me to continue to keep trying at every twist and turn, and
does that fear last forever? Is that fear?
Who knows?
Is that fear gonna last forever?
That person is made up that way, then yes, that fear lasts.
I need you to do it. I need you to do it off of the gist of you being genuine.
All right,
I don't want you to do it off of fear.
But this is the thing. I think y'all losing what I'm trying to say.
No, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with it. But I'm saying that's not
fear is going to drive. Fear should be your overall drive of, oh, I'm fearful of losing her, so I'm gonna just live in fear, and I'm gonna just do this because I'm fearful. No, I'm doing it because I want to. But yet and still, I don't want to lose her, and I fear the fact of losing her is not what I want.
I
I
think
don't
that's
want to be
playing with
without.
danger. I think that's
I,
playing with danger, though. I think that's
Right.
playing with fucking danger.
It's gonna come up at
Right.
some point.
some
It's
people have
like,
some
yeah.
people, but the fear is not a fear of where it's hurting you. It's a
It
fear
Mhm.
could
that
it could
drive.
hurt you, though. It could
It's a
hurt you,
fear
Nell,
that's driving you.
but it could hurt you
Mhm.
because that day that you lose that fear, now what? Now it's up.
Right, right. And then not only that, like if I want to be doing X, right? But I'm fearful, so I am going to do Y.
Right.
Like you're not living your genuine self.
Right.
Now, if Nell said, "Well, I want to do these things, but the fear instilled like that is instilled in me that I might lose her has me on a straight and narrow that I don't veer off." Like I get that, but what if it's a point in time where somebody wants to be doing something else,
Right.
but they don't want to lose that individual, so they
Right.
not going to do that, not
Right.
going to do what they really want to do, and they're going to
Right.
suppress that
Right.
within themselves, and they're just going to give you this person that you want them to be. That's problematic.
Right. No, put up one of Marilyn's questions because she got 30 in the chat. I'll just pick one. Marilyn, what happened? You were supposed to come on, but she got 30 questions in the chat now. Pull up one of them.
Fear of losing your mate sounds like insecurity.
What's up now?
I'm trying to find a question.
All right, I got
So
this one.
this dude told me that
Yeah.
if he was to leave his woman, she would literally lose her.
Hold on. Put it back up now.
All right. So this dude told me that if he was to leave his woman, she would literally lose her mind. But he's not happy in a relationship. So what is that? He's not happy.
But it's still fear that she's going to do something to her. So I'm not going to leave the relationship because I don't want her to do something.
I think what's being lost in translation is the word fear. Like we using this word fear as a negative, and sometimes fear can also
be both, right?
It could be both. We use it as a negative connotation. Yes, it's like as the other person, you're not going to have that same feeling that the other person is going to have. You can't feel that because that's not you. If I say to you, if me and Aisha in a relationship and I say, yo, babe, what we got is amazing, and I would fear ever losing this. I would fear losing you because of what this brings to my life. Then he's going to do everything that he can to continue to
I don't think I carry fear in that manner.
Some people's fears drive them, and that's all I'm saying. I don't say you fear.
I get that.
Some people's fears of not being the best, of not being this, drives them to be great.
Right.
Drives them. Some people need a little ounce of fear to motivate them to go out here and give it more than their all. That's what I'm saying. Like we hear fear and we think of negative things. Not everything is within fear is negative. I fear losing my home, so I'm getting my motherfucking black ass up every day, tired, hurt, or whatever, and I'm going to go make it. That's a fear.
I agree.
That's dangerous.
That's not a negative fear. That's a positive fear.
It's not negative, but it's dangerous because if it does happen, now you might be like her and lose your mind.
But this is the thing. But this is the thing. That fear of me losing my home, if I lose my job, doesn't mean that I can't still sustain this home because I'm now saved because I was fearful of a situation. That ain't always gotta be. Fear sometimes motivates you to do things outside of yourself and take you out of your comfort zones. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes being in fear of something or having that ounce of fear takes you out of a comfort zone that we so naturally get into because we're comfortable.
Right, but being able to hone in, Nell, you are exactly right, and being able to and having the ability to hone in and be able to control that fear,
right,
to be able to hone it in and make it become a positive and not be a negative is exactly what we're saying,
right?
Because when you allow it to become a negative and allow it to infiltrate, and you don't know the difference and don't know how to juggle it and hone in on it, that's when it becomes problematic.
All right. It's
dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
If you lean on that fear as motivation and you still fail, then it's over for you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You know why it's not? Because then you can gather yourself.
No, you can't regather because
you
the
can't
fear
say
was
that
the
though. You can't
the
say what a
fear
person
was
can't do because everybody is different. If I say my fear is driving me and then I lose that and I lose that because I lost something, I can regroup myself because I know exactly what it is I'm still searching for or still working towards to be.
Right, but that's something that's inside of you. What I'm saying to you,
and that's why I said everybody is different. I led with that. I said everybody's made up differently, and everybody's situation lends themselves to be themselves.
But that's why I said I don't lean on that fear for motivation because that's dangerous.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything has a dangerous, slippery slope.
Right.
Everything. There's a thin line between everything that we do. Everything could be the deciding factor of shit that's going to work or this shit is going to be a detriment.
What's up, Marilyn? What kind of shit you trying to start tonight?
The point I was trying to make was if you constantly saying that you fear losing your mate,
right?
That's something within you because if your mate is constantly reassuring you that she ain't going nowhere,
right?
But you still got this fear of losing her, then that's something in you. What are you going to do that's going to make her want to leave you? Like that's something that within you that you got to deal with.
That's totally different. Ain't nobody living in fear. Keep saying, "Oh, I'm fearful of this chick leaving," and she's saying, "I'm not going nowhere." Then that's an insecurity.
No, because now you said that. You said
that's not what I said.
That's not what I said.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Yeah, we got.
I never sat here and said that. My lady telling me everything the fuck
right now.
Still sitting here saying I'm fearful.
Wait, I'm the lawyer. I'm the lawyer, y'all.
I never said that.
We at the airport right now.
No, I did not. Okay. I never sat here and said that I'm fearful that my lady going to keep telling me my lady telling me we Gucci and I'm going to keep saying I'm fearful. I never said that. I said people have a fear that motivates them to being great or being whatever. I never said that she keep telling me she fine and we good and I keep saying I'm fearful. I don't live in no fucking fear.
Okay, but that's the people that I'm talking about, though. Nell, that's the people
that's why she's saying that because the context.
Y'all listen to me wrong then, because I ain't never said
I heard what you
shit
said.
Like that.
Right. No, I heard what you said. That's why I said that's within you. You're different. I'm talking about the people that live in that, and it's not even being put on them.
I understand that, and I've had situations where people was insecure and thought I was going somewhere. I'm like, I'm cool. I'm not going nowhere. But I would never sit here and say I live in fear that she gonna leave me and she telling me everything cool. That's fucking weird. I'm not that kind of person.
Right, but there are people that do that and they operate in that.
Y'all don't gotta say it's. Can y'all please stop saying it's people like that? We know it's people like that, but please don't put that shit on me.
No, we're not putting it on you now. But that was we're not putting it on you. But that was what T's question. No, but that. Oh well, she said you said it. But that was T's original question. That was T's original question.
It was a reason for me in the comments to say that sounds like insecurity.
Right.
I said that in the comments for a reason because I heard that I'm in fear. If I'm in fear of losing you, so that's what made me say that sounds like insecurity. If you're fearful of losing your mate, you're insecure.
Right. That was my original question.
That's what made me say that.
Right.
Who the fuck said they was fearful of losing their mate?
That was his original question. That was his original question. Like that was the original like makeup.
Right.
Like
so he
we
put it
know
out there
that
as a question. Then he wasn't saying that. Okay, all right. Well, my bad. Okay.
Sarah said
at the airport.
Put up Sarah's. She just said, I don't give a fuck who leaves. Bye. I don't care. Right. Scared or not.
I don't live in that fear either. That's why I say I don't live in fear at all. Like, because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And I forgot the thing I wanted to piggyback. I was because
you had questions.
You was no, because she was misunderstanding you, Aisha, when y'all was still on the loyalty shit.
This is the bros over hoes. This the bros over hoes shit, Marilyn. It's the bros over hoes.
Listen, because y'all don't have KD tonight, so y'all ain't gonna be double up teaming on Aisha. All right, I got her back.
Look at now. Look at now. Look at now. Now we understood what you were saying. Your fear drives and motivates you. We got it.
Marilyn. You was trying to help.
I was explaining on a holistic level. It had nothing to do with me. I'm just saying some people have fears that drive them.
Absolutely.
I sat here and said, I fear my lady fucking walking out the door and she's telling me and reassuring me that she is not going nowhere. I don't live like that.
Donnell.
You know it's the fuck crazy. Y'all know I don't live like that.
Donnell, I said my bad.
But basically, it's going back to what we always say. We gotta listen to what people say instead of hearing what they.
But that's what I was trying to tell you. Nell, you wasn't hearing my
you wasn't hearing T though. Now that you wasn't hearing T.
Those people.
I heard everything, but I never said I live like that. Right. I said fear drives some people to make them do things that they don't have a sense of comfort. Sometimes when we get comfortable, we get laxed.
Right.
And we forget to do the little things because we're so comfortable. But when you have that thing that is driving you, you pay attention to the little details. That's it. And sometimes that fear drives them people. Not saying, and there's nothing wrong with having a fear.
No, I don't want.
I'm not saying it is. You're right. It's not. I never said
if it's in that context. If it's in that context, I don't want nobody who is fearful of losing me to the point that they deflect from who it is that they are and what it is that they really want to do.
That's a weakness. If you do that shit, I don't want no weak ass nigga.
Facts. Yes, like if it's fear in a good context, yes, absolutely.
Y'all got me
drive off of fear.
Rude in this motherfucker like we in Louisiana, but I never said nothing like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, it wasn't aimed at. Calm down.
Right, it's not at you, no.
It's not at you.
No, Marilyn said he lives here.
Take him to the airport.
We at the airport. I'm the attorney. I got the documents. I'm sorry. I gotta, be the embassy.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm not offended by anything. This is a conversation, right? We're trying to learn and gather perspectives, and that's what we're doing. It's no offense. Nobody is offended here. That's why I said we're not going to keep putting PSAs about nobody's in their feelings. Nah, that shit gets weird. I'm just saying, some people are driven by fears of being incompetent. Not saying you have to fear of and being a fear of your relationship, but some people thrive off of that, and that shit drives them to be.
I don't want them.
Different. Yeah, that's different. You do want a person that has that type of fear.
No, I don't. I want you to be secure in your whole being.
So why do you like Kobe Bryant?
I like Kobe as a player. I'm talking about as a mate. I don't want nobody as a mate.
I'm not just speaking on mates. I'm speaking in general.
Right.
What I'm saying in general, I'm saying some people. That's why I keep saying some people have a thing that they need.
No,
you should never live in fear.
No, what you're saying is two different things.
Hold up, but can I ask y'all a question though? Since we on this,
go ahead.
Is there no level of fear that you should be in fear of losing your relationship? Do you not? Are y'all saying y'all are completely absorbed in fear of not having your relationship work?
No, I don't have fear in relationships.
Do what you're supposed to do whenever.
Do what you're supposed to do, and if you but it shouldn't alter who you are as an individual.
Not what I asked. I didn't ask you that. I said, should there not be somewhat a level of fear?
Oh no!
At no point.
Leave Louisiana out of this.
Why I got fear?
If you doing what you're supposed to do in a relationship as a man, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in a relationship as your woman, it shouldn't be no fear of losing nobody. Play your part. Play mine. We cool.
Are we? Hold up. Let's speak. Let's calm the fuck down for a minute and let's speak reality. Are we always doing everything that we're supposed to do?
No, nobody.
Exactly. So, again, can I ask the fucking question, or y'all can keep cutting me? And I know I do it, so I gotta be cognizant of it. But I'm asking: So if you're saying that if we don't do everything right all the time, or everything right to please our mate all the time, is there not something in our minds that kicks in and says, I need to tighten up, I need to get it right, or I could fuck this up?
That's
It's
true.
not fair.
That's not fair.
No,
God damn it.
Okay.
It's not fair.
Okay.
Yes, it is. If I don't correct this, I can fuck this up.
No,
that's just
I
knowing
don't
right
correct
from
it.
wrong.
You're fearful.
Right?
Let's stay right there.
Let's
Let's
know
stay
right
there.
from wrong.
Hold on.
Like, let's get out of, like, can we stop being so hard all the time? Can we stop? Can we stop being in a world where everybody is so fucking tough and everybody is so whatever, and live in a world where we have emotions and we have fears and we have hearts, and the fear is, if I continue to keep on this road of fucking up, I can lose this girl. I can lose this nigga.
But the fears now, just because we don't have the fears,
you're learning each other. You're gonna make mistakes in a relationship in the beginning because you're learning each other.
Can y'all be quiet for a second, man?
But it's just how many times you're gonna make that same mistake. Because if you make it more than 1 or 2 or 3 times, that's not a mistake anymore. That's a choice that you choose to make.
That's what I was about to say. Let's stay right there, Marilyn. No, I don't have any fear of it because I'm consciously making a choice to do some fucked up shit. Right. And when I choose to do some fucked up shit, I know I can lose you.
Hold up. Everything ain't always. I'm not saying everything is fucked up. Everything ain't always a fucked up thing. It could be communication gaps. It could be traits that y'all learn in each other, or you could be whatever. Everything don't always gotta be hinged back. Oh, it's fucked up. It could just be things that could potentially cause divide. At some point, there's a level of fear. If you don't,
I don't have no levels of fear, Nell, about nothing.
So now, and I think too, it's important to understand that.
I think that it's that word that got everybody in it.
Yeah, because everybody thinks fear is not always a negative connotation. Fear does not always have negative connotations built into it.
Right.
And that's
I don't operate off of fear. Some people build fear. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I do not operate off of fear in any form or fashion because I know it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Right. But even if you do, it don't necessarily have to be a fear in the relationship. Like if you have a fear of stepping out on faith and starting that business, or if you have a fear of, addressing, your boss at work about some shit, like that's different. But if we're talking about in a relationship, when fear creeps in, that disables your ability to think clearly, I would say, you know what I mean? And to not operate in your true, genuine self.
How can we sit there and say that?
If you're operating on the fear that you're going to lose your mate.
If you don't have that trait built in, you can't say that it's a negative.
No,
and I'm not saying that it's negative. I'm not saying that it's negative. I'm saying that
not a fearful bot. If you don't have any fear, you can't speak on what makes somebody else make tick.
Right.
We can't do that.
No, and I'm not taking that away from nobody. What I'm saying is that
no, you're freezing up. These are two separate things now. It's two separate things, man. Y'all glossing across points. It's two separate things.
If you're worried about fear and you fearing losing your mate, then whatever that is that's causing you to fear losing your mate, then get that thought, because obviously you're thinking about doing something that's going to cause that your mate is going to find out.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying like you don't have to be even thinking about doing nothing negative. You could be he's saying the fear is motivating you to be better. That's what he's saying. He's saying the fear is motivating you to be better.
Thank you. No. Somebody is starting to understand.
Thank you.
I like that. Thank you for speaking for me and eloquently put. And I don't say you fearing that. Yes, you right, T. And also, could it have been you in a previous relationship that was fucked up and you whatever, and now you don't want to continue to go on those patterns that you did previously, so you want to make yourself better. You're fearful that you don't want to continue.
I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful though.
That's not. I'm not saying you're fearful. I'm just saying sometimes fear drives us to be better.
Right. I
don't want to go back to that place where I was at before. Right. I don't want to experience that no more. I fear that because I know where that pace took me and I lost everything. So I'm motivated by making that better.
Right,
That's what I'm talking about.
Right,
and
but
that fear drives some people to be the best.
Right. No, I hear you, and that is a possibility. But what I'm saying is, I don't need fear to do that. I can just operate. I don't need fear to operate. I'm just going to operate how I operate.
But not every time. Hold up. Yes, and that's you. And
right.
Everybody else is. That's why we are individuals. That's why I said before. Can we stop saying that's not everybody?
Right.
Can we stop saying that's not all women, that's not all men, and just say that's for me, that don't coincide with how I'm made up. Right. And for the other person could be. And that's and you know what? Nobody's wrong. We can't sit up here and say if a person is insecure because they live in fear. That's just that person. And if they are insecure, they have to deal with their insecurities.
That's all.
They have to deal with their fears, and they have to live with that. Yeah. And we can't as a society tell people that they're wrong for how they're made up and what makes them thrive and tick. All we can do is support that.
Right, but my question to you now is, if you have a mate that's operating on fear, do you want that all the time? Do you want her to be motivated by fear?
You don't want it. You don't want it. But you know what though? You don't want it. And we have been told and conditioned, right? As men, you can agree to what I'm about to say, that we're supposed to make our mate feel adequate all the time. If they come to us saying they don't, we're supposed to reassure them all the time, right? We are supposed to be the reassurance,
right?
But it gets tiring and tedious, right?
Right. But we still got to do it.
We still got to do it because that's our responsibility.
Right.
But on the flip side, do you hear the congregation on the other side of the pew telling us that it's insecure to feel to feel that way? Right. So if y'all telling us from birth that we're supposed to support and be compassionate to our woman's feelings at all time,
right,
and live with live with those fears and make her fears okay. Then how y'all also telling us that those fears are insecurities? And
no, that's not the same thing. It's not.
It's very much the same thing. It's very much the same thing. If you just said fear is insecurities, then if you're telling us that you're fearful of the things that you're fearful of, and we're supposed to protect that, and we're supposed to nurture that, make it make sense to us then.
All right, well, I'm going to make it make sense.
We got to eat shit. Huh? Man. We got to eat shit. That's what I be trying to tell them all the time. We got to eat shit and die.
I wanted to make it make sense because y'all castrated me when I said it was fear, and fear is insecurities. But if we just explain that we are conditioned as men to make sure that our mate knows all the time that we love her. She's our queen. She's our everything. She's this, she's that, she's all of these things, and quell her fears of her insecurities. But on the flip side, you said fear is insecurities, and that should be dealt with within yourself.
So why are you just so is that
I believe both of those now. I believe both of those that you
right.
Listen, is that your main reason for making your woman feel like, okay, you're it, you're her, I want you, we're gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off? Is that your main reason for making her feel that way? Is because you fear of losing her, or is that how you really feel about her?
No, that's not what he's saying, Marilyn. He's saying that it's double standard. That's what he's basically saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
So I hear the double standard because he's trying to say that we y'all fear. We don't want no man that's fearful. Okay, I got that part. Ain't that what you just said? I just want to be sure.
No.
You said the flip side, on the other side of the comments, the congregation is us saying that y'all fearful of losing your woman.
Marilyn, what he's saying is that y'all insecurities have fear in it.
I'm not insecure.
Not you, but women.
Oh.
Not you, but women.
He's saying that women have insecurities, and they have to adhere to them, and they have to make us feel like everything is okay. But in the flip, when they have fears and they have small insecurities or whatever the case may be, we don't want that. And we don't nurture that.
Can I paraphrase either? Can I paraphrase what I said? So if we talked about in detail how fear is insecurities, right?
Right.
And it's weird. Y'all don't have insecurity. Y'all don't have fears, right? Because that's insecure, right?
No, people
we do. We do, but we're saying don't change who you are for those lack of fears. Right. That's all we saying.
So I said this. I said, T, are we not told as men that we're supposed to quell our ladies' fears?
Right.
And
that's what I just said.
and take those fears that they have, if it's every day or if it's not. We are supposed to take those things and be compassionate about it.
Right.
But y'all also said that fear is insecurity, and we shouldn't live in those fearful places. Right? So if us men have to deal with y'all women's fears, and we have to condition you with the love that you need to quell your fears, how is it not?
I don't agree with that. Women have to do the same for the man. We got to make y'all feel secure too in your relationship. So
what the fuck?
Because that goes both ways.
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck do y'all make us feel secure?
What?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, even though I get that it doesn't happen often, and you guys see it an awful lot
every damn day,
women, and every day, or whatever the case may be, that's not how a relationship should operate.
Right.
That's not how it should.
We know it shouldn't operate like that, but we're told if we don't address those fears that she has, then we're not doing our part as her man.
Well, then y'all gotta drop those zeros.
A secure woman don't need y'all to do all that extra.
Can I knock on the door? Can y'all show me where the fuck a secure woman is? Like, where is she?
They be around.
How you doing?
They be around for sure.
Where the fuck are these secure women at now?
That's too much. That's doing too much. That's being a fucking wuss. You know what I mean? I look at you like if you all day, every day. Oh baby, I love you. Oh baby, here, do this. That's corny. That's fucking corny.
That's not. I think y'all missing the point. Right. You're missing the point. You taking it to a point where.
So now the way you put it out there, it was like you got to do that all day. That's the way you said it. That's the way I took it. The way you put it out there.
This is clear. Can I be completely honest? Can I be completely honest with you right now? This is the reason why there's such a big disconnect between men and women, because you don't hear what I'm saying. You don't choose to.
You said it. It's not what you said. It's the way
you're hearing it. What you want to hear. I'm asking a question with complete elegance and eloquently. I'm asking a question, and you're hearing what you want to hear to make it sound how you want it to sound.
No,
but I think complete question about what we talked about before about fear. We said fear is an insecurity, right? If you live in a fearful world, if you live with fear, then there's something wrong with you. That's what was said, right?
Not that, yeah, but I got what you're saying, but I ain't.
All right. So then I asked T, are we not conditioned as men to also quell our ladies' fears when she has them?
Right.
So if y'all saying you don't live in fear, because Marilyn, you were very loud and boisterous about you have no fears.
Look at Marilyn.
You loudly said it. Fuck all that. I don't fear shit. But if you come to your man and say, baby, we're supposed to take that and we're supposed to nurture that, right?
Let's stay right there. Let's stay right there now.
Level of fear that we need.
No, let's stay right there. She can have insecurities that don't have anything to do with fear, though.
Hold up. No. You're not. You're missing it. I am asking points based upon what was said. Her caption that was posted was, "Fear is insecurity. Insecurity is fear." So if we're hinging the conversation on insecurity is fear, if you fear something, you're insecure. But you said you wasn't insecure or fearful of anything.
You took that all.
I could be scared of snakes. That don't mean I'm insecure, nigga. It's a fucking
snake.
It's a fucking snake.
You know what?
There you go. High five, T. High five. Bang.
You know what? At the end of the day, check this out. At the end of the day, nobody ain't going to sit up here and make Nell the fucking be like he's stupid, like he don't know what he's saying.
No, but it's not a
nah, because you don't really understand what the fuck I'm saying. We're not going to play this game as if we're going to sit here and act like Nell ain't telling or asking these questions. We're not going to do that.
Right.
We're not going to do that in this conversation.
That's what I'm saying. How many definitions of fear?
Here's the
wait a minute, Nell. In the 9,000 contexts and ways of life, how many layers of fear are there?
Here you go to quote. So if your lady come to you, T, and say, T, I fear losing you because I'm fat. I fear losing you because I gained weight. I fear losing you because there's pretty girls out in this world. You supposed to say, baby, you know what? You the prettiest thing in this world, right?
Right. That is
losing your mate sounds insecure to me.
Yeah, that's insecurity right there. Now
that's what I was asking. That's what I was asking. That's exactly what I was asking. So if you're saying fear of losing your mate is insecure, y'all ladies come to us with a lot of fears all the time, and we're supposed to coddle them. But the moment you take we got fears that drive us so we don't lose our mates, then you're telling us that's not right. You can't live with fear and you're insecure and all this.
No, I didn't say you couldn't live by the fear of motivation.
No,
nobody's saying that you couldn't do that, and that can't be a plus. Nobody's saying that can't be a plus. All I said was I don't want that. I don't want that energy.
I get it. I get you don't want it. I get that you don't want it, right?
All right.
But I was just asking a question. I didn't ask y'all what y'all wanted. I said, have we not been conditioned to make sure that we hone in on our ladies' fears?
I always agreed with you.
Okay. So I'm asking the lady who said the
comment. Not catching it.
I'm asking the person who said the comment in real time. If that's the case for us men, why is it not the same case for us all?
Listen,
it's a double standard.
Exactly.
We gotta eat and die. I say that every fucking show.
I just see both ways. You know what I mean? And my whole point in that statement is saying, like, if you fearing losing your woman, and I'm gonna say it again, then you have an insecurity in yourself, especially if your woman, like you just broke it down. Y'all are conditioned to make us feel like we are loved, that y'all ain't going nowhere. If your woman is showing you that same type of affection and everything like that, making you feel like that, okay, I'm yours, we riding this thing to the wheel fall off, then where's your fear of losing her coming from? Why do you have that fear?
You're asking the wrong question because that's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what it confused.
Please take us to the airport.
Yeah, please put her on where Tiger Woods' lawyer put her on a flight.
Gas up the basement. Take us to the airport.
And what we just witnessed is the skipping over of things that would help to bridge the gaps that the communication gap. Again, there's no clear-cut answer or even explanation to helping the other person understand that be a question that's asking. And what happens in situations like that, we just role play without y'all even knowing we role play without even the role play and plan of the role.
Right.
We just see a scenario that is far too common in life when it comes to communication. Right. People speak, but the other person hears and takes what they want to take from what they heard. And just here to respond, to ask whatever. And there's never a clear understanding. And what happens is it mutes one person because the other person just stops asking and just says, forget it. Because if I can't get an answer to something that I'm perplexed on, I'm just going to stop asking questions.
I disagree.
You are going to disagree because you're a woman. You're not a man. You're going to disagree.
Please don't say it again. And that's why
you're going to disagree because you did. Hold up. But what hold up.
Out about us women, I'm spewing it out about y'all men. So it goes both ways. Like I'm a woman speaking on the same topic that you're speaking about as a man. I'm speaking about that as a woman.
What about as a woman? What are you trying to say?
What are you speaking on? Yeah,
because that's what Darnell said. He said.
All right, I'm asking you right now. What you trying to put on us?
I need some water. Hold on.
No, but I think the importance is that, and sometimes even in relationships or even in situations where you need to communicate, I do think that sometimes it is all based upon perception and experience.
Right.
Period. So I might not digest something the same way the next person digests it. Nell might have said something and I might have taken it in a totally different context than the next person. You know what I mean? But that doesn't necessarily mean
the perils of the disconnect that happens when you try to even have a communication or communication, and you know what the other person does, Ish? Is to say, never mind, forget it. It was too complicated. Don't worry about it.
I know, but I think we need to.
I never said never mind, forget it.
No, you gotta.
But I think it's important for us to really understand it.
No, you gotta simplify what you're saying. You gotta simplify it now.
What's not simple about what I just said?
If she's not understanding what you're saying, you gotta simplify it.
So say what? I just simplified this to the fucking storm. I just said this is an example of communication.
No, not what you just said. I'm talking about the whole issue that we're talking about, the fear and insecurities. You have to simplify that example. Now, Marilyn, what I'm asking you is, what are you trying to put on us? What smut are you trying to put on us? Go ahead.
What?
They talk about with the women's smut that we gonna put on. You just said
y'all deal with this in men too. So what is that? What y'all deal with what in men?
No, what I'm saying is the topic that y'all discussing,
right?
From y'all discussing it from a man's point of view, right?
Amen.
Okay, so all I'm doing is discussing the same topic from a woman's point of view, and that's where the clashing comes in at. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all sitting up there saying it's your duty to make us feel loved and that y'all want us and everything. So a woman has that same duty, but
no,
y'all
don't
overlooking that. Yes, we do.
They don't do that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's all based on.
Hold up, East T, hold up. Let's stay on Marilyn's point. You made a point, Marilyn, right? You said it's everybody's duty to make that person feel adequate, right?
Right.
But if I said I got fears, you told me you don't want me as your man because I got fears of losing you.
I'm not going. No.
So if I come to you and say, baby, I fear that whatever the case may be, you're supposed to make me feel adequate.
No, we're not making you feel okay to have fears. That might be the driving motivation, but we're not making it okay to live and exist in that, Nell.
That's not what I said.
No. I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm saying no.
My words to make it.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that's what you said. I responded with my own response. I didn't say Nell. You just said X, Y, and Z. I responded. I said, I understand what you're saying. I understand that it's okay to live in fears, that you are saying that I have to live in this fear. Wait a minute. Let me just get my point across. I didn't put any words in your mouth. I basically said that if you're going to effectuate your fears and you're going to lay them there and say, this is what I am doing, X, Y, and Z, and this is what I am fearful. I am saying as a woman, I am not allowing you to live in that space. Exactly. I'm not putting that in you. I'm not putting the words in your mouth. And I'm not saying that you're saying anything. Exactly. I'm just saying a response as a woman. I'm not allowing you to live in that space as far as we're concerned.
Solid.
That's it.
But stop telling people. Let's stop telling people that they're weird for having fears. You're not weird for having fears. No one, women, men. If you fear, that's on you. If your fear drives you to be better.
Nobody said anything about being weird.
My dissertation.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have any type of fears. My thing is focus on the statement that was made is I have a fear. If I have a fear of losing you as my woman. That's what I was focused on. I'm not going to even make you.
Who said that though? Who said I had a fear of
losing me? I'm not going to even put that. You ain't going to even feel that type of way.
No. Who said they got a fear of me? Woman, no one said that. I said some people are.
That was said earlier, Donna. I know I ain't crazy. That was said earlier.
That
said that earlier that I had a fear. I said that I'm fearful of losing.
My question. That was my question.
Okay, yeah, I know I heard it. So
that was my question.
Was your question presented to me?
Yeah,
I said to y'all, some people, and if we rewind the tape, you will see me say that some people are driven by fear to create the best version of whatever they fear of and make that fear their passion to be better than their fear. That's what I said. I never said that you got to live in fear, and I said some people thrive off the fact that they fear not being adequate or doing something right or losing something that they go so hard at not losing it or making it they don't lose it.
No, that's where the disconnect comes in. I said I agree with you on that. All I said was I don't want that person. That's what I said.
But hold up, T. How can you don't know if that's that person?
No, you do.
What if I fear? Hold up again. What if I said I fear losing everything I worked so hard for? I don't have to tell nobody I fear it. I just go out here and work the fuck harder every day to do it. Everything ain't always got to be thrown in somebody's face because you have a fear. It could just be what's driven inside of you that makes you go how you go. That's what I'm saying.
No. What I said was
that's what I've been saying the whole fucking show.
Right.
No, that's what I've been trying to get across.
No, I said even if you do. No, listen. I said even if you do have that fear, I know it's in you to get back up. It's not in everybody to get back up. That's why I said I don't want the person with the fear.
Right.
It took us 3 hours and 45
to get to that point.
I do have a fear. I had a fear.
I don't got no fears. You ain't got no motherfucking fears. Nah, you can't tell your fears because you ain't got.
I don't have it now because I took the position, but I had a fear of getting this new position because it's been offered to me numerous times, and I turned it down because of fear that I wasn't going to be able to take on that role. But I overcame that fear and I took that position and that motherfucking money. But that was a fear that I had for a couple of years. Because like I said, they wanted me to take that position for years, but I kept turning it down. Because I don't think it was fair. I think I was ready for it.
This is a true example. This is a understanding. This is a beautiful night tonight. What y'all just witnessed is what communication looks like in the 21st century.
Right.
How we hear,
yes,
but we don't hear. But we understand where the person is coming from, but we still gotta spin it to how we wanted it to sound. We gotta do better. And ultimately, at the end of these type of conversations, you know what the end result should be? Love and happiness. Resolve. Not, oh, I made my point the loudest.
I
won the conversation. Earlier. I made the most points. No, it should just be, how can we now that everything has been laid out, how can we fix this?
Mm-hmm.
That should be always the ultimate end goal, not clarity on who made it, their point the loudest, or who didn't understand. It should be, all right, baby, I got it. This is what you said. This is how you feel. What do you think you need to feel differently? Boom. Okay, baby, since you asked me, what now can I do to do what I need to do for you to feel differently? And now you won. Both won.
Me personally.
Here we go. Get her off the screen. Get her out of here. Bye, Marilyn. We love you. We appreciate you. We see you Thursday at 8.
Listen, it's not nothing.
They'll kick you out, by Marilyn.
Not Marilyn trying to get her boy.
Hey, you really did me like
that. Wednesday, Marilyn. Sorry.
All I wanted to say was,
what's up?
Tell them make kicks on.
Sometimes it takes me a little longer to understand, so I'm gonna need you to break it down to me.
That's what I just said. No.
Did I just with you, but I'm gonna communicate with you.
No, you gotta simplify it for her.
Trying to say that's me. Bye now, bye. I'm leaving. You ain't gotta put me.
No, I just said to you, yo, you gotta simplify it for her ass. I just said that shit.
That's an example of how I'm calling my lawyer. That is the reason why I would call a fucking lawyer.
Eesh, we gotta go to the airport.
We gotta go to the airport all day.
Marilyn, we love you. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Marilyn.
Adding some spice to the show tonight. Thank you. Can we please go? Can we leave? Can we go to going to 60 seconds? I'm tired.
We can go to 60 seconds. Can I ask you a question though now?
No.
Why, you scared? You scared?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you are fear?
I'm scared.
You fearful? All right, go ahead. Go to 60
No, go ahead. Ask me the question. You know, I can't back. I don't know how to. What's up?
No, I know you don't operate in a fear of making money every day so you don't go broke. I know you just work every day so you don't go broke.
Yes.
It's not a fear. You just work every day so you don't go broke.
It's not a fear. It's a drive.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm driven to be who I am.
All right.
But there's a small place of me that has experienced something before that doesn't want to experience that again. So I go hard. So even if that ever comes to be, I won't ever have to experience that the way I experienced it the first time. Right. So that's what drives me. So I don't live in fear of not making money. I don't live in fear of that. I just allow it to drive me to be even better than I am now, or to live on a level that I live on.
All right, we can move on because I don't live in fear at all about anything except for snakes. It gotta be something that's going to physically attack me. If it's not going to physically attack me, I'm not going to have any fear.
I'll tell you what my fear used to be. I used to be scared of shit of thunder.
Would you say what?
Thunder.
Thunder and lightning. I used to think that the trees was going to fall on our car while we was driving and kill us. A thunder and lightning. Hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Hated it. Mm-hmm. I'm cool now though, but I'm telling y'all a little bit too much. But I used to fear that shit.
Solid.
What I fear now? What do I fear now?
The fact that the Sixers is setting their ass down.
Aisha, I don't even want to talk about that. We're not doing it tonight. That's at 7 on Thursday. I'm gonna let the boys handle.
You all right, Ish?
No.
Go ahead, no. It's on you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us this evening. I just wanted to, I know going to 60 seconds is typically where we highlight what the happenings and going on in sports, but not tonight. You know what I mean? Not tonight. I do want to congratulate Lady B. Me and Lady B had a bet that if the 76ers versus the Boston Celtics, whoever won and went to the next round, the winner would get a pair of sneakers from the loser. I lost today. The Sixers lost tonight in Game 7. So, Lady B, we talked earlier today. T, guess what she said she wanted, T?
What she said?
She said she wanted the olive Travis Scott's.
Oh, wow.
$3,000. They like $1,200. She like,
thanks. Come on, Lady B.
Lady B.
Wait. Now she not getting them.
Come on, Lady B. Come on, Lady B.
Lady B, what we talking about over
there? What I say earlier about simplifying? Y'all gotta simplify out here.
Well, but Lady B, I'm definitely gonna honor that bet. You definitely got a pair of sneaks coming this Wednesday. We're gonna showcase them on our show at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So shout outs to you, Lady B, for being a winner. But I wanted to take going in 60 seconds, and I actually wanted to give it a more of a Mother's Day feel. So I wrote this for my mother as a poem. And it's going to simplify what it is to be a mother and how important mothers are. So my mom carried me in her womb for 9 months. She battled months with nausea. Then she watched her feet swell and her skin stretch and even tear. She struggled to climb stairs. She got breathless quick. She suffered many sleepless nights. Then she went through excruciating pain to bring me into this world. Then after all of that, she became my nurse, my chef, my maid, my chauffeur, and also my biggest fan, my teacher, and my best friend. She struggled for me. She cried over me and hoped for the best for me and prayed for me endlessly. But most importantly, she loved me. Most of us take moms for granted. But today, let's make it all about her. Call her right now and tell her how much she has meant to you and how much you love her. It will make her day better, yet it will make her life I love you, Mom. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say, because my mother, again, my greatest inspiration and my greatest joy. And without her going through those trials and tribulations to bring me into the world, I wouldn't be able to sit on this show on Sunday and be Nell. Wouldn't be able to have those controversial moments that we have every Sunday that pertains to us at Uncensored Minds. So again, let's love on our people. Let's be loyal to our people, regardless of what the feelings or whatever we got in our minds that have to do with them, and just continue to be loyal and loving.
That was so sweet. Now,
thank you. And you know what? I use y'all. I utilize y'all a lot. And when I say y'all, the Aishas of the world, and some of these people I'm going to name are people that have lost their mother, but always reference their mother. Helen Weaver, and just the young lady that we talked about earlier today, Crystal, losing her mother so close, to Mother's Day, and everybody out there that speaks so eloquently about their mother. Even T, I know his mother personally. We have our mothers in our lives, and as much as we tell stories about how they get on our nerves, we would be remiss if they weren't here getting on our nerves. So, just knowing the stories, I should say, of those that have not had the opportunity to have the presence of their mother in and around them, drives me to be a more intricate part in my mother's life. Because when that time comes, it's going to be hard on me just the same way as it has been hard on y'all. And that's why family and friends are so important to me, because those things cannot be gotten back when they're lost. Hence the reason why loyalty and fear go hand in hand when it comes to losing someone that you really genuinely love. So let's remember to do everything that we can do to be loving children to our parents. Make sure that we're being true to ourselves, because they had visions for us, if they're here and or even if they're not. Let's make them proud. Right? They're watching us. They're watching us. They're watching us. Thank you again for joining us this Sunday for another episode of Uncensored Minds. The three of us thanks you for always staying up, listening, participating, and just dealing with the craziness that is us. We also enjoy your company with us on Wednesday nights at 8 for Telemate Kicks, and then again on Thursdays at 7 for Game 7. We appreciate it. Make sure, if you haven't already became a top member or a exclusive member, make sure you get on that, because we have something dropping tomorrow that highlights the beauty that is you, our people, our fans, our amazing family here at UM, and we appreciate that. And the three of us as a collective shares that same sentiment when we say these three words that always gets thrown out there, but when it comes from us, it has true meaning, and it's I love you. So thank you for being a part of our worlds and sharing in that. Thank you.
I mean, we can't even speak after that, Ish.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a wrap. Thank you. We love you.
I mean,
Happy Mother's Day to all you
no,
beautiful.
that's said it all, man.
Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies, and thank you to
Yes.
Marilyn for coming on tonight and being Marilyn. Thank you to everybody in the comments for being y'all typical comment self. Thank you to for being number one here every Sunday. She's here at like 6:30. She be tailgating in the parking lot waiting for the
Yes. Shout out to you, Rhonda.
Shout out. And again, please put prayers together for Crystal. She buries her mother this week. And she's a part of our family, and she just needs our support and our love, as she navigates these difficult times. And shout outs to everybody out there, grandmothers and mothers. Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. Have a great week, guys.
Peace.
Peace.